MAME 02.
Yes.
Can I ask what your name is so I can rename you? We know who you are.
Mamie.
What's the last name?
Mbengue.
I'm sorry, can you speak up a little?
Mbengue.
And when are you scheduled to be before the judge?
9:40. I was just checking to make sure my connection was working. I'm sorry.
No, no, no. Please don't be sorry.
Oh, okay.
Um, that's what we want. I'm just making sure.
Mm-hmm.
Um, okay, so are you gonna stay here or are you gonna check back in later?
I'm gonna check back in at 9:40.
Okay, check in a few minutes earlier though. So
Okay. Yeah, 9:30. Okay.
okay,
Okay. Thank you
all right.
so much.
Thank you.
Bye
See
bye.
you later. Bye.
Yeah. Bye bye.
Good morning, Jim. How are you today?
I'm doing well. Yourself?
I'm doing good, thank you.
Happy New Year.
Same to you. Thank you. Did you have a nice one?
Yeah, I guess it's a little crazy one. I was in quarantine because my son got COVID for a
Oh,
while, and then after we all cleared COVID, he got married on January 2nd. So
oh, congratulations.
yeah, thank you.
Um, Lucy, what is that? Lucy Loco? Oh, she just checked out.
I don't see her.
That's not the real name.
Oh,
That's how she signed in. But if you want to go ahead and mute yourself and hang out, I don't
yeah.
have the judge yet.
Okay, I will
Yeah.
do that. So
Okay. And
yeah,
then I think Leanna Belcher told me yesterday that she's our MIDC person.
she is. That's so I had sent her the plea offer, so she knows what's out on the table. So
Okay. Thank you very much, dear.
thank you. I will mute myself.
Thank you. Tracy Harris.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi. You're
Hi.
checked in. I'm going to put you back in the waiting room, just letting you know that we're just waiting on a couple more of the players. Okay.
Okay. Oh, thank you. I'm glad I even did it right because I wasn't for sure I did it right. Oh, Lord. I was so nervous.
You're fine. All right.
Okay.
Hang on
Thank you.
just a minute. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to
All
put you
right.
back in the waiting room.
Oh,
Good morning, Leanna.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. I got you and Jim hanging out, okay?
Okay, sounds
So
good.
if you want to just mute yourself until we're ready. I'm just trying to find out who some of these people are. Okay?
Sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Can you tell me
Hi.
what your name is so I can get you checked in and
Oh, you're talking to me, Candace Latham.
what spell the last name for me?
Latham.
All right. You're scheduled for 9:20.
Okay, I didn't know. I'm
Nope,
sorry.
that's fine. You can still just hang in there because I do have the prosecutor and I do have our court appointed, but I don't have the judge yet. So
Okay, I didn't know what time it was. I just knew it was today.
that's fine. I'm going to put you back into the waiting room, okay?
Okay, I appreciate you.
But
Thank
I've
you.
got you checked in.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks. Good morning.
Good morning.
Can you tell me what your name is so I can get you checked in, please?
Maddie Hightower.
Hightower?
Yes.
Hang on just a second. What, do you know what time you, oh, got you right here. Okay. Let me put your name in. Okay, I'm going to put you back in the waiting room until we get all the players here, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Hey, Leanna,
Yes, ma'am.
I do have a couple people checked in. Do you want to see if they're on your list and go ahead and talk to them before the judge checks in?
Yes, I can.
I'm wondering where he's at. Okay, I have Candace Latham, Tracy Harris, and Maddie Hightower. Are any of them yours?
1 second. I don't believe so, but I'm just going to double check.
Okay. Leanna, what about Anise Johnson?
Hightower and Latham for sure, not mine. I can check, or not mine yet, I guess I should say. I can check Johnson. And what was the other one, Paula?
Anise Johnson and Tracy Harris.
Okay, so Tracy Harris hasn't requested me yet.
Okay. What about Anise Johnson?
Same with her. It just shows the prosecutor for her, no defense attorney listed.
Okay. Thank you, dear. I just got in touch with Judge, so he should be coming on any minute.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks. Maurice Davis,
Yes.
is that your name, sir?
Yes, it is.
What time are you scheduled?
My client is Richard Schroeder.
Oh, okay. Hang on just a second. And what time is he scheduled?
8:30.
Oh, I don't have him on my docket.
Paula, I think it's 8:40 SRODA.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I see it now. Okay. I'm just going to put it behind it that you're attorney for him. And when he checks in, we'll get it rolling, okay? Mr. Davis?
Okay, sorry, I was talking to another courtroom.
Okay, I'm going to put you back in the waiting room, and when your client checks in. Okay, thank you. Morning, Judge.
Good morning.
I do have several. None of them have Leanna at this time. We've double checked.
And
Okay.
Paula, on Latham, it shows Wright Blake as her attorney. It's an older file, so I don't know if he's still on it or not.
Yeah. He hasn't checked in, so I'm not going to bring her in until.
All right, so who's the first defendant?
Tracy Harris is the first one I've got. I'm bringing her in. Good morning, Miss Harris. Judge will be right with you.
Okay, good morning.
Good morning, Ms. Harris. We've got a file here from September 21. The charge is possession of a weapon at the airport. Jim, are you with us?
I am, Your Honor.
Would you like to explain the offer?
In which case again, I apologize, Judge.
Tracy Harris.
Your Honor, what we're offering Tracy Harris is a plea under advisement for 4 months. If it was a firearm, the firearm can be returned upon the completion. If it's not a firearm, it'll be destroyed.
Ms. Harris, this charge does carry a possible penalty of up to $500 fines plus court costs and up to 93 days in jail. Do you understand that, ma'am?
Yes, I do.
All right. You understand the offer that's being made by the prosecution?
I'm not sure. Can you explain it to me?
Sure. If you plead guilty, the prosecutor's asked me to do a delayed sentence on this for 4 months. What that means is I'm going to assess court costs. I'm going to tell you to stay out of trouble, no new criminal charges. At the end of 4 months, this case would be dismissed as long as you paid the money and stayed out of trouble. What was the weapon that was seized?
Okay.
What was the weapon that they seized at the airport?
Taser.
Okay, so that would be destroyed as part of the agreement.
Okay. Yes,
You
sir.
understand that offer, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
All right. I've got your address on Grandview Drive. Is that a good address?
Yes, sir.
And do you have a phone number we can put on your file?
Yes, sir. 810-819-5519.
Okay. And generally speaking, do you understand your rights?
Yes.
Okay. And are you prepared to go forward today without the advice of an attorney?
Yes.
Okay. And would you like to take advantage of the plea offer from the prosecution?
Yes. Yes.
Ms. Harris, on September 21, 2020, did you find yourself at the airport, Detroit Metro Airport, at a secured area?
Yes, sir.
And at that point, you had a taser in your possession that you should not have had there?
Yes, sir. I just forgot that I had it even in my purse.
All right, I can accept your plea. Are you working, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Where do you work and how long have you been employed there?
I work for Ascension Genesis Hospital in Grand Blanc. And I've been there now for 6 months.
Okay, full time?
Yes.
Good, okay. All right, I've got enough factual basis to accept your plea. Is there anything you'd like me to consider before I set the term of your sentence?
Like I said, I honestly, didn't quite understand, about the law for the permit, but I have made an attempt to get a permit in case I wanted to get anything else.
Okay.
I'm doing it the right way, and I just apologize to the court because I didn't have an idea, and I was traveling and just forgot.
No problem. That address you gave me, is that a good address for at least the next 4 months?
Yes, yes.
All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go along with the prosecutor's recommendation. I'm going to delay sentence for the next 4 months, stay out of trouble, no new criminal offenses. Your court costs are assessed an amount of $400. Do you want to set up a payment plan, or do you want me to just give you a due date?
If I do the due date, what would be the due date?
You tell me how much time you need.
Oh God, because I'm finna be off work for 3 to 4 weeks. I'm having surgery today.
Okay, good luck. Why don't we just set up a payment plan? Tell
Yeah.
me what you know you can do on a monthly basis.
A monthly basis, I could do $100.
No problem?
No problem.
Okay, when can you make that first payment?
I will make the first payment on next Friday.
Okay, any questions?
No, sir.
All right, good luck today, ma'am, with your surgery.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right.
Paul, who's next?
Judge, at about 9, I may have to bounce off for a meeting, but if you need to get a hold of me or Matt, I think we both are available today. I just may shut off my screen, just so
Sure.
you know.
Sure, no problem.
All right, thank you, Judge.
Yep, Paula, who's your next one?
Maddie Hightower. I'm sorry, Judge. I keep forgetting to unmute now. I used to never mute. Now I don't unmute.
What's the last name?
Hightower.
Got it.
Scheduled at 8:50.
Yep. Good morning, Ms. Hightower.
Good morning.
Ms. Hightower, I've got a file here for November 8, 2019. The charge is drove while license suspended, revoked, or denied second or subsequent offense. That charge carries a possible penalty of up to $1,000 fines plus court costs and up to 1 year in jail. Do you understand the possible penalty, ma'am?
Yes.
And generally speaking, you understand your rights?
Yes.
Okay, and are you prepared to go forward today without benefit an attorney, or would you like to talk to a court-appointed attorney?
I guess without an attorney, I don't know.
Okay. The prosecutor has already made an offer on your file. If you
Okay.
plead Volvo license suspended first offense, then the prosecutor's asked me to dismiss the original charge. There would
Okay.
still be some license sanctions. This would go on your record with the Secretary of State. Secretary of State would probably assess 2 points. They may even add some time to your current suspension if you're still suspended.
No, I'm not suspended. It was a misunderstanding, I think. They didn't ever told me that I was supposed to come to court. After I paid all my tickets, that's what had happened. So I didn't know that I was supposed to come to court afterwards.
The Secretary of State might add some suspension though. If you were suspended on November 8th, for example, for 6 months, when we let them know that you pled guilty today, then that is going to tell the Secretary of State that you were in fact driving on that date. So they may extend the period of suspension that you were in at that point. You understand
Okay.
that?
Yes.
All right. Understanding that, do you want to avail yourself of that offer from the prosecutor, or do you want to know what your other options are?
If they're going to drop the charges, I might as well just do that.
Well, they're willing to drop the original charge if you plead guilty to a drove while license suspended first offense.
Okay. I don't think I understand. So what is can I have the other options then?
Let me go over it with you again. The offer, the current charge is your charge with drove while license suspended second or subsequent offense. That's a misdemeanor, comes with up to 1 year in jail, up to $1,000 fines plus court costs.
Okay, and then that's what they would drop if I plead guilty.
That
Okay.
would go away if you take their offer. Their offer is to a drove while license suspended, revoked, or denied first offense, which is still a misdemeanor, still goes on your traffic record with Secretary of State. The possible jail time is less and the possible fines are less.
Okay.
You understand that?
Yes.
If you don't want to take that deal today, then your options are, we can adjourn this, give you another pretrial date, give you a chance to get the advice from an attorney or, talk to people that you trust. You can set the case for trial, or we can let you talk to a court-appointed attorney today.
No, I'll just plead guilty because I did drive, but wasn't aware of my license was suspended.
Okay, well, just so you know, the fact that you did drive that day doesn't mean you can't avail yourself of some of those other options. I'm not trying to talk you out of it. I'm just letting you know.
Yes, no. I'd rather get the charges dropped and maintain, I guess, the points than to try to face jail time.
Well, you're not going to go to jail either way on this. The only way you're going to jail in a case like this is if whatever I tell you to do, you just say, well, the hell with you, Judge. I'm not doing that.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't think you're going to do that.
No, absolutely not.
You're not really rolling dice on jail time here.
Okay.
Okay.
So, well,
I have to tell you that's a possible part of the penalty, but I have no intention of putting you in jail on a drove while license suspended case.
Okay. So, but yeah, well, I know what I did though. I'm not gonna say I didn't do it because I did. And I just was unaware of what was going on. I didn't know that because they had the wrong address on file. So I never gotten the thing. And so when I did, I immediately acted on it. I paid everything that same day. And when I went up there to pay them, when I came to Romulus, I said, is there anything else that I need to do? Where they told me, no, just ride with this, the little slip that they gave me for, I think it was 30 or 60 days. And that was it. And they said that you are cleared. And I said, is all my tickets paid? And they said, yes. But
yeah, I'm looking at your driving record and I see that you are clear now.
Judge, given that
this lady could get an auto.
Judge, can I jump in real quick?
Please.
Given the fact that she is clear, I would be willing to reduce it to no ops. I know that still may result in the additional suspension, but it won't add the points.
Okay.
Okay. All right. You understand that? They might still give you a suspension period from Secretary of State.
Yes.
All right. And are you willing to take that deal?
Yes.
All right. Did you drive a vehicle at or near the airport on November 8, 2019?
Yes, sir.
And did you find out that day that you were in fact suspended?
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll accept your plea. Ma'am, I've got your address on Holford, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Phone number 272-7845?
Yes.
And are you working?
No, I'm on medical right now.
Okay, where you're on medical from where? What's your job?
The airport.
Okay, who do you work for?
I work for Spirit Airlines.
Okay. And any idea when you get to go back to work?
I will be back to work in April, I think.
Okay. All right. While you're off work, can you make some kind of regular payment plan with us? Maybe a monthly payment?
Yes, I should be able to.
Okay. All right. Anything else you want me to consider before I set the terms of your sentence?
No. Do you know like what the payment will be?
That you're going to determine that. You're going to tell me what you can afford.
Okay. No, like how much is it overall?
Yeah. The total on the court for the file is $600. So you tell me what you want to do every month.
If I can pay $50 every month.
Sure. When you want to start?
Let's see. Can I start at the end of this month?
Yeah, just pick a day. You got a calendar in front of you? Pick a day.
I'm trying to pull it up.
What's the last Friday of January?
The 29th.
That all right?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay.
Is it online payments?
There's a bunch of different options. You can pay it online, but if you pay it online through our website, it will cost you more than $50 every month because there's a third-party vendor fee.
Okay.
If you mail it to us, obviously you can do that for no extra cost.
Okay.
We've got a Dropbox. I know you're in River Rouge, but if you ever get out to Romulus, you could put a money order or a check in the Dropbox. That'll save you money. And you can even do a face-to-face transaction between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Okay.
So that gives you all your options.
Okay.
If you're having any problems, if you can't make a payment one month, don't just ignore the payment. Try to contact us before your deadline. That way you can stop late fees and penalties.
Okay.
All right. Any questions, ma'am?
No, sir.
Good luck getting back to work.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Enjoy your day.
You do the same.
Thank you.
Bye.
Judge, I'm going to bring Mr. Manugian in case he has his client with him.
What's the client's name?
Karam, Karam, Dairy, Dari, scheduled at 9:30.
Go ahead.
Good morning, Mr. Manugian. We're just wondering if you have your client with you.
He is not, he's still not medically able to appear.
Okay.
All right. Good morning, counsel. Why don't you put your appearance on record for Mr. Dari?
Good morning, Your Honor. Max Manugian appearing on behalf of Karam Dari.
All right. And Jim, it looks like the offer is plea to one count of dangerous weapon under delayed sentence. The other count would be dismissed.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay. Counsel, what's Mr. Dari's situation? Is he out of commission for a while? You want to do this like
Yeah.
by mail, or how do you want to handle it?
Your Honor, as of the last hearing, I guess we had resolved to have this handled by mail. I was waiting for Mr. Mena to email me the plea form. I don't believe that I received that. So I was hoping if you could just do that right now, if there's anything that we could put on the record and get it taken care of.
Jim, do you have the ability to email the, you know what, we'll do it from the court. We'll do a plea by mail and just send it to counsel.
Okay, Judge. Yeah, I mean, I can send it to him.
Yeah, you don't have, do you have the plea by mail form, or you just have the plea agreement?
No,
form?
I just have a plea agreement, Judge.
Yeah, let's do a plea by mail. Counsel, what we'll do is we'll send you a plea by mail with the terms of the agreement that I just talked about. And we'll say, give you 30 days to get your client signed it, send it back to us. I'm gonna assess court costs of $500. Can you pay the $500 within 30 days as well?
He will. Will it be 30 days from the day that the judgment's entered?
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll be able to pay that.
Counsel, if you'll rattle off an email, Paul will take note of it.
It's Max, M as in Mary, AX, at Manugian, M as in Mary, N as in Nancy, OOGIA, N as in Nancy, -law.com.
Paul, did you get that?
Yes, sir, I did.
And you'll have somebody do a plea by mail today?
I will.
Okay. All right, counsel. We'll set it up that way. We'll just set it for an in-house review. If we don't hear from you, I'll have Paul give you a call.
Thank you so much, Your Honor. And just really briefly, Mr. Mena, the police are holding the firearms from this case as evidence, I would imagine. At the stage that the judgment is entered, is there anything, could I get an order from the court so that my client can go and pick those back up?
The way that we do it in the part of the plea agreement is that at the completion of his probationary period, then he just needs to contact the police department and they'll return his firearms to him.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
All right. Good luck, counsel.
Good to see everybody today. Have a great day.
You too.
Judge, I'm going to bring in Anise Johnson.
Johnson?
Yes, sir. She is scheduled at 9 a.m.
Yep. Ms. Johnson, good morning.
I'm asking her to unmute right now.
Good
Okay, hello, can you hear me?
Yes,
morning,
ma'am.
Ms. Johnson.
Good morning. I'm trying to press start my video. Good morning.
Here you go. Good morning. Ms. Johnson, I've got a file here from October 5, 2020. It's a misdemeanor charge of abandoning personal property at the airport. The prosecutor, Mr. Mena, that's online with us today, has made an offer on this file. If you plead responsible to an added civil infraction of double parking, fines and costs would be $200. The misdemeanor would be dismissed. Do you understand the offer made by the prosecution?
Yes,
And do you have enough information to make a decision on that offer?
Yes, so you're stating, I just want to make sure it's clear, I will pay a fine of $200 and the misdemeanor is dismissed.
Correct. And it's a
Okay.
double parking. The new deal is a new plea is a double parking. So it's basically between you and the cash register. It doesn't go on any record anymore. So it
That's
doesn't go on
fine.
your criminal record, doesn't go on your traffic record.
Okay, that's fine, but I'm a little confused because of, yeah, that's fine.
Okay, no question?
No.
Okay, so I've got questions for you. The address we've got on Beach Daily, that's a good one?
Yes.
Okay, and the phone number on the file is 575-6207?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right, so how much, do you need some time to pay that $200? You want to set up a payment plan? How do you want to do it?
No, I need no time. I can I pay it Friday, tomorrow?
Sure, you're gonna pay it online and pay the extra fees, or do you want me to give you some more time so you can do it with a slower way to get payment in?
I can do it a slower, can I do a slower way to get it in? Because I'd rather come down there instead of paying.
That's fine. I'm gonna give you until next Friday. You can drop a money order or cashier's check in our Dropbox 24/7, or you can do a face-to-face at our front door between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m.
9 a.m. And what's we're at the 34th District Court?
Yeah, and we're still in the old building. We haven't moved into the new building yet. So that's the 11131 South Wayne Road.
11131 South Wayne. Okay.
Yep. So that's Wayne Road, just south of 94.
Okay. And I just don't want to say I'm getting over or anything, but you're saying for double parking, but it was abandoned property.
It's a fiction. The double parking is just a fiction, so that the prosecutor can offer you a deal, so it's just money and it doesn't go on your traffic record or anything else.
Okay, I'm still confused, but okay.
It gives us a way to get fines and costs out of you, but it's a real low impact way to do it for you because you don't have to worry about any criminal history or anything that goes on your Secretary of State driving record.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
You sure?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Enjoy your day, ma'am.
You too. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Judge, I'm going to be bringing in Ronnie Jackson. He's got 3 files at 9 a.m.
Yep.
I don't know how to get out of it.
Hello.
Good morning, Mr. Jackson. Are you connected?
Good morning.
All right, Mr. Jackson, we've got 3 files from August 30th, 2020. No
Yep.
proof of insurance, civil infraction, a speeding 5 over civil infraction, and a misdemeanor unregistered vehicle. The misdemeanor carries a possible penalty, sir, of up to 90 days in jail, up to $500 fines plus court costs. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right. Generally speaking, do you understand your rights?
Yes.
Okay. The prosecutor, Mr. Mena, he's joining us on Zoom today. He's already
Okay.
made an offer on your file. I've got the paperwork in one of your files. If you plead responsible to the speeding ticket and an added charge of double parking, then the no proof of insurance and the misdemeanor charges would be dismissed. The double parking would cost you $200 and the speeding ticket would cost you $130. So a total of $330 and 2 of the original charges would be dismissed. Do you understand that offer, sir?
Yes.
All right. Do you have enough information to make a decision on that offer?
Yes, I do.
What do you want to do, sir?
Yeah, I'll plead out to it.
All right. I'll accept your responsible plea to the double parking and to the speeding ticket. I'll dismiss the no proof of insurance and the misdemeanor. And I will assess fines and costs totaling $330.
Okay.
So let's talk about payment. You want me to set you up on a payment plan or you want me to give you a due date? How do you want to take care of that $330?
I could pay it in full today if I can, or do they send something out, or how do that go?
However you want to do it.
Zoom.
Yeah, if you're going to do it online, it's going to cost you extra money because there are vendor fees. It's a third-party vendor that does our transactions for credit cards and debit cards online. If I give you until next Friday, will that give you enough time to just drop it off at the court in the Dropbox or do a face-to-face transaction between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m.?
Yeah, what I got to do, just go up to the district court and just pay it, or?
Yeah, 34th District Court on Wayne Road in Romulus.
Yeah, I can go up there.
All right, so the full 3:30 can be done between now and next Friday?
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions, sir?
No.
Just want to confirm a little information from you. Garfield, that's a good address for you?
Yes, that's my address.
All right, and can I get a phone number to put on your file?
248-550-2987.
550-2987?
2987.
Got it. Any questions, sir?
No.
Have a lovely day.
All right, you too.
Thank you.
Judge,
Yep.
Jamie has evidently an elderly gentleman outside who is having problems with Zoom. He's given us his telephone number.
What's
Since
his
you're not-
name, first of all?
I'm sorry, it's Clifton Marsh, Marsh,
Let's see what he's found.
930. Yeah.
Marsh?
Yes, sir. I've
Yeah.
got his telephone number if you want it.
No, because I don't have any way to put him on a speakerphone.
That's
I'm
what
not going to call him on my cell phone.
Do you want me to call him, Judge? I
Yeah,
don't
why
mind.
don't we do that? Why don't we do that? Just so you know, Leanne, and thank you for the offer. He's charged with a trespass. Jim's offer is 3 months delayed sentence.
It's not an outright dismissal, Jim.
I love that, Leanna.
Hearing.
Do you want his number?
Yeah, give me one more time.
Yeah, we're
Ready?
going to talk to the guy. Maybe he's got a good enough story. You can convince Jim to do that.
Okay,
You want his number, honey?
please.
Okay, it's 929-287-4247.
Okay,
Thanks, man.
not a problem.
All right, let me just let Jamie know what's going on. Okay, my next one in is Octavia Hughes, Hughes.
What time was that one scheduled? Okay, got it.
Bring him in. Who else you got, Paula?
Hang on just a second.
Paula,
Yeah,
I left him a message. He didn't answer.
Jamie's probably talking to him right now.
Okay,
I'm trying to,
I'll try back in a few minutes.
okay. Johnnae Jones, Judge. Johnae Jones. I'm going to put Octavia back in the waiting room. And then after this one, there's quite a few that I need to figure out who they are.
Okay. Good morning, Miss Jones. Are you connected? Miss Jones, are you connected?
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I've got a file here with your name on it from September 17, 2020. The charge is possession of a weapon at the airport. Charge carries a possible penalty of up to 93 days in jail, up to $500 fines plus court costs. Do you understand that?
Yes.
All right. Generally speaking, do you understand your rights?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know if you did this intentionally or not, but that clock or whatever it is behind you gives you a halo on Zoom. So it's fine. I thought you were just trying to send a message to the prosecutor that you're really an angel.
I thought
Okay.
it was a crown.
Okay. So the prosecutor, Mr. Mena, is joining us online. He's made an offer on your file. If you plead guilty to this charge, he's suggesting to me that I take it under a delayed sentence for 4 months. What that means is I'm going to set court costs and I'm going to tell you to stay out of trouble, no new criminal offenses in the next 4 months. If you pay your money and stay out of trouble, then at the end of 4 months, this would be dismissed. So it would not stay on your record as a permanent part of your permanent criminal history as a conviction. You understand that?
Yes.
All right. Do you have enough information to make a decision on that offer? Do you need some more information or more time to consider it?
I have enough information.
Okay. And what was the weapon that was seized at the airport?
It was a taser.
Okay, that would be, as part of this agreement with the prosecutor, that would be destroyed then, understood?
Okay.
All right, and what do you want to do with this deal?
Plead guilty.
All right, so that date was September 17th, 2020. On that day, were you at the airport and were you at a secured area?
Yes.
And at that time, did you have a taser that you should not have had there?
Yes.
I'll accept your plea. The address we've got for you, Miss Jones, is on Franklin, apartment 421. Is that correct?
Yes.
Is that going to be a good address for another 4 months?
Yes.
Okay. And how about a phone number? Can I put a phone number on our file?
313-765-4785.
Thank you. All right. Are you working, Miss Jones?
No.
When's the last time you had a job?
Last year.
Where were you working then?
Subway.
All right. You just, COVID got you?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Anything else you want me to consider before I set terms on this file?
No.
All right. So like I said, I'm going to go along and delay sentence for 4 months in keeping with the offer from the prosecutor's office. That means you stay out of trouble for that time period. Court costs are assessed in the amount of $400. On the $400, I can set you up with a regular payment plan, or I can just give you a due date so that you've got to get the money paid off before that date. Your choice.
A due date.
All right. How much time do you think you need?
2 months.
All right. I'm just going to make a note. You're going to pay that in full within 60 days.
Okay.
Now, as far as payment options, you can go to our website, 34th District Court, and you can pay it online. But if you do that, it's going to cost you extra money because credit card and debit cards are processed by a third-party vendor, so they get their piece of the pie. If you want to mail it to us, you can mail us a money order or cashier's check. You can drop it in our Dropbox 24/7, and you can actually do a face-to-face payment Monday through Friday between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. That's at the court on Wayne Road, south of 94 in Romulus. Understand those options, ma'am?
Yes.
Do you have any questions?
No.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Paul, you want to figure out who those other folks are?
Yeah, I'm going to bring in Todd Perkins first and see if he's here for another attorney because he's not on the docket.
Sure.
Good morning, Mr. Perkins.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
Good, thank you. Can
Counsel.
I ask what your client's name is, please?
Is Rodney Credit.
Can you spell his last name? Oh, it's the very first one on the docket.
Counsel, is Mr. Credit going to be joining us today?
I believe so. He's actually Adam Clemens' client. I've dealt with Mr. Credit before on some other civil matters. If I could get a moment, I thought he was already on, but if I could have
He may be. We have some that are unidentified. I'm going to go in and find out who they are right now.
Okay. And
So
I'll send Adam Mr. Clemens a text.
Okay. You might want to just mute yourself for a minute and hang out. And if I find him, I'll bring him right in. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Layla, can I ask what name you have on the docket, please?
It is Lawrence Lucretio.
What time are you scheduled?
9:30.
Okay, I'm checking you in and we'll get back to you as soon as your name comes up, okay?
Okay.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Can I ask what your name is, please?
Nikisha Scruggs.
Spell the last name.
SCRUGGS.
Is at 9:10, Paula?
I'm sorry?
Yes.
Oh.
Okay, I've got your name. Your attorney has not checked in yet. Mr. Flood has not checked in. As soon as he does, we'll get right to you, okay?
I'm not sure if he will. I called and spoke to the court. I haven't even been able to get in touch with the man.
Okay.
So,
okay, I'm going to put you back. You may want to try to call him while you're waiting. I'm going to put you back into the waiting room and we'll bring you back up shortly. Okay?
I don't even know how to do that. But okay.
No,
okay.
I'm going to put you in the waiting room. And you can contact your attorney, Mr. Flood.
Okay.
If not, Judge will explain to you what needs to be done, okay? All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Ms. Belcher, are we ready to do anything on Marsh?
No, Your Honor, I tried calling again about 2 minutes ago and got the voicemail.
I'll call Jamie and tell him to go out and make sure the guy's waiting for you. Antoinette's iPhone. Antoinette's iPhone, good morning.
I'm here, but
Can you give me your name, please?
Antoinette Henderson. Can you guys see me? Because
Okay, what time were you scheduled, please?
8:50.
Okay, got you in. Okay, well, I'm going to put you back in the waiting room for just a few minutes, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You want me to bring Murray Duncan in, Judge, or you want me to continue? Oh, I've got Mr. Blake on, and his client checked in quite some time ago, Candace Latham. So I'll bring them in first.
Yeah, let's check with Mr. Perkins, see what's going on first. Mr. Perkins, anything on credit?
Mr. Cummins said that Mr. Credit, he did speak with Mr. Credit, who's in, I think, in your waiting room, if he's in the right courtroom. I had to, because your court site has 1, 2, 3, 4, and I had to go through them. You're number 2. It didn't identify them, so I assume he's in the right courtroom, in the right waiting room. But I will. But he's on. He's supposed to be in the waiting room.
Paula, you got anybody that you haven't identified?
Yeah, I've
yet?
got a couple of them, Judge.
Okay, all right.
Let
Bring 'em
me
in.
bring in who first, Judge?
The unidentified, I want to know who they are.
Okay, I only have one left here, I think. Galaxy J7. Good morning. What's your name, please?
Adolph Smith.
What time are you scheduled?
9 o'clock, Paula.
I got it. Thank you. Okay, Mr. Smith, I'm going to stick you back in the waiting room for just a few minutes. I've got you named and checked in, so hang on, okay? I have Rodney. That must be your client, Mr. Perkins.
Yes, I think so.
Rodney Credit? Is this
Yeah.
Rodney Credit?
Yes.
Please turn down the background noise. We do have
Okay.
Mr. Perkins here for you.
Okay, thank you.
Counsel, your appearance for Mr. Credit.
Yes, good morning, Your Honor, and good morning to your staff. Happy New Year, actually. May it please this honorable court, my name is Todd Russell Perkins, P 55623. I am standing in for the attorney of record, Mr. Clemens, on behalf of Mr. Credit. Mr. Credit, do I have your permission to stand in for Adam Clemens for you today?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Can you turn your video on if possible? I know the court's going to ask you to do that.
Counsel, the offer that's been made on this file is a plea from Mr. Credit. Prosecution recommends a 4-month delayed sentence. The item seized would be destroyed unless it's a firearm. He could petition for its return at the end of the 4 months.
Yes, Your Honor, I know that Mr. Credit has spoken with Mr. Clemens in that regard and wishes to avail himself of that offer, Your Honor. Is that correct, Mr. Credit?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. Credit, you understand the possible penalty for the charge is up to 93 days in jail, up to $500 fines plus court costs?
Yes, sir.
And you've discussed your rights. You understand your rights and options?
Yes, sir.
All right. On September 3rd, 2020, were you at the airport?
Yes, sir.
And at that time, did you have something in your possession that you should not have had at that secured area at the airport?
Yes, sir.
What was that item, sir?
Firearm.
All right. Mr. Perkins, satisfied with the plea?
I am satisfied, Your Honor.
And Mr. Credit, I've got your address on Christopher Court. Is that a good address?
Yes, sir.
And is that going to be a good address for 4 months?
Yes, sir.
All right. And can you give me a phone number? Can we put a phone number on the file?
313-819-0781.
819-0781?
Correct.
All right. Is there anything, gentlemen, that I should consider before I set terms of sentence?
Yes, Your Honor, I would ask the court to consider the fact that Mr. Credit has very limited contact with the criminal justice system. He's gainfully employed. I know employment's been tenuous over this past year, but he immediately, when he understood his actions were in violation, he sought out counsel through Mr. Clemens. He's been a client of ours on other matters, civil matters and things of that nature for quite some time. I know that Mr. Clemens and Mr. Credit not only have a professional relationship, but a longstanding personal relationship. He's a person that can abide by the court's orders, wishes to get this matter behind him and do anything that the court would require him to do to get this gift or get this benefit, and would
thank you.
Thank the court for that. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Where are you working at, Mr. Credit?
A company called Total Life Changes.
What do they do?
It's a health and wellness company. We sell health and nutritional products.
Good. And how long you been with that company, sir? I think we just lost him. Nope. How long you been employed with them?
4 years.
Okay. All right. Anything you want to add to what Mr. Perkins told me before I set the terms of sentence?
No, I just would thank the judge in the courtroom for giving me a gift. Like I said, like he said, a gift on a sentence, and I did it. It was by mistake, and I definitely notified the authorities myself and let them know that I had made this mistake. So I just want to get this behind me.
You're welcome. I'm going to go along with the prosecutor on this. I'm going to delay sentence for 4 months. During that time period, you stay out of trouble, no new criminal offenses. Your court costs are assessed in the amount of $500. I can set you up with a payment plan, or I can just give you a due date. You tell me what's best for you.
You can just give me a payment plan. That's fine.
You want to do monthly payments?
Yes, or if it's possible, yeah, monthly payments will work. Definitely.
How much can you pay every month? Tell me what's the minimum you can pay.
I can pay like $150, $200.
You sure?
Yes.
Let's start at 150. You can always pay extra. When do you want to make your first payment?
Whenever the court allows me.
All right, how about if I give you until next Friday?
Yeah, that'll work great.
So as long as we get that first payment between now and next Friday, that'll cover you.
Okay, thank you.
Any questions?
No, sir. I appreciate everything.
All right. Have a nice day. Mr. Perkins, good to see you.
Same here, Your Honor. Thank you.
Be well.
I'm going to bring in Murray Duncan, his client, and then I have Matt Zick in there too, so I'm going to bring him in as well.
Who's Murray's client?
Brianna Martin, Martin. Morning, Mr. Duncan. We're bringing your client in now.
Hey, Paula, how you doing?
I'm good, thank you. And yourself?
I left you a message this morning, but you can disregard it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Good morning, Mr. Duncan.
Hello, Judge. Good to see you this morning.
Same here.
I've also got Matt Zick in.
Matt's probably just stalking to see if Jim's doing a good job.
Uh-oh, I could be in trouble, huh? Got the big guy with me today.
It looks like they're going to double team you, Mr. Duncan.
Oh, boy.
Happy New Year, Matt.
Happy New Year.
Hey, Matt, how you doing?
We just figured if Murray was showing up, we needed two of us.
Yeah, I can understand that. I can understand.
Thank you, Matt.
Mr. Duncan, your client is not connecting her. Oh, she just did. Okay. We got her in.
Hello?
Good
Good
morning.
morning. It's Murray Duncan.
Oh, wait, I cannot hear. Hi.
Can you hear us, Miss Martin?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Duncan, your appearance.
Murray Duncan appearing on behalf of the defendant, Brianna Martin.
All right. And Mr. Duncan, the prosecutor's already made an offer on the file. If Miss Martin pleads to the added charge of double parking and agrees to pay fines and costs of $250, then the misdemeanor charge from October 1 would be dismissed.
That's agreeable with my client, Judge.
I would hope so. All right, Miss Martin, I've got your address on Nancy Avenue. Is that correct, ma'am?
Yes.
Phone number 465-5246.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'll accept the plea of responsible to double parking. I'll dismiss the misdemeanor. Fines and costs $250. Miss Martin, I can give you a due date or we can set you up with a payment plan.
I can take a due date.
Can you do it within 30 days?
Yes.
All right, anything else?
No, Judge, thank you.
Have a nice day.
You too, Judge.
Leanna, Jamie went out and checked the parking lot for Mr. Marsh, and
I got a hold of him, Paula. I was sending Jim a text to renegotiate, but now that Mr. Zick's here, maybe he wants to talk to me.
Yeah, he's
Mr.
nicer than Jim.
Mr. Mena got pulled into a Zoom meeting, so if you want to text me, I can give you my text number if you don't have it, and you can just, or we can just talk or whatever.
Whatever's it. I think we're on YouTube. So
Pardon, Judge?
I told Leanne, let's just talk to him right now if you're okay with it. I am.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
okay, I just didn't know because if we were on YouTube. So Mr. Marsh is charged with trespass. Clifton Marsh,
Okay, and what were you looking for?
a civil infraction. So
Yeah, I did review that one. That one's okay for double parking.
okay. All
I
right.
don't know what Mr. Mena, he's so much tougher than I am, but
I know. I told him his heart must have shrunk 3 sizes over Christmas break.
yeah,
it was a bad holiday season for some of us.
I'll call Mr. Marsh right now. Thanks.
Mr. Zick, you okay with $200 fines and costs?
Yes, Your Honor.
Leanne, I'll just write up the file that we're going to do $200 within 30 days. If that doesn't work, contact us. We'll figure something else out.
Okay. Do you want him on the phone, Judge, to put it on the record?
I don't think we need him because as a civil infraction, you can do that for him as long as you get his permission. So why don't you confirm with him and then get back on and we'll actually make it official.
Okay, thank you.
Paula, who else you got?
Okay, I'm going to be bringing in attorney Wright Blake and Nikisha Scruggs.
Yep.
Good morning, Mr. Blake. We're bringing your client in right now.
Thank you.
Morning, Mr. Blake.
Good morning, Judge.
And it looks like Ms. Scruggs is connected. Mr. Blake, your appearance for this lady.
Good morning, Your Honor. Wright Blake appearing on behalf of Candace Latham.
Counsel, the
Oh,
prosecutor.
wait a minute. I'm sorry. I brought in Miss Scruggs. I apologize.
That's his client, isn't it?
No, he said Candace Latham.
Oh, okay.
I am so sorry, sir. She was in the waiting room for quite a while and yet she has checked out.
Yes, she told me that she spoke with somebody. She didn't know who it was. And
Miss Scruggs, I'm going to put you back in the waiting room for a few minutes. I'm so sorry.
All right, you want to try to get a hold of her, counsel, so you can get her back in?
sure, Judge.
Let me tell you what the offer is.
Okay, what's the offer?
Well, for some reason, there's two of them in the file. All right, she's got two files, abandoned personal property and disorderly person. If she pleads guilty to the abandoned personal property, the prosecutor is recommending a 3-month delayed sentence, dismiss the disorderly.
Okay. Thank you, Judge. I'll relay that to her.
Judge, I'm sorry. Miss Scruggs' attorney is Todd Flood and he hasn't checked in yet.
All right, you got anybody else that's ready?
Antoinette Henderson.
Okay, bring her in. Good morning, Miss Henderson.
Good morning.
Miss Henderson, we've got a file here with your name on it from August 17. The charge is defraud innkeeper. Possible penalty for that misdemeanor is up to 93 days in jail, up to $500 fine plus court costs. Do you understand that?
Yes.
The prosecutor has already made an offer on the file. If you plead guilty to this charge, the prosecutor is recommending a 6-month delayed sentence. At the end of that 6 months, as long as you do everything you're supposed to, then it would be dismissed. It would not stay on your record as a permanent criminal conviction.
Okay.
The delayed sentence in this case, I may order restitution depending on what the circumstances were. I'm going to definitely order that you stay out of trouble with no criminal charges, and I'll assess some court costs. You understand the offer made by the prosecution?
Yes.
All right. Do you have enough information to make that decision, or do you need to speak to an attorney or get some other information?
I'm not sure. Did you guys look at the video and see that it wasn't me?
I didn't look at any video. I don't know if the prosecutor did or not.
Okay, because that's why I was pleading not guilty, because it wasn't me.
Mr. Zick, do you have any information on that file?
Your Honor, I do not believe that Mr. Mena had an opportunity to review video on this. If we could have a short adjournment, we can pull video, but we have not at this point. We just reviewed the report.
Okay. How short? Like in yet today or? Okay. Paula, what's our next date with the airport?
Judge, we don't have the airport again this quarter. Hang on, and I'll let you know when the next airport date
Yeah,
is.
just the next date they're scheduled.
It's going to be the 21st of January with Judge Green.
We'll have it done by then, Your Honor.
All right. So Ms. Henderson, I remember this. We talked about this back in.
We did it right back in like the beginning of January.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened at the breakdown of communication, but I made a note in the file. We're going to adjourn it till January 21, the prosecutor to review video.
Right.
Your Honor, can we pass this matter just for a few minutes and let me double check on this?
Sure.
All right.
Ms. Henderson, let's put you back in the waiting room. What happened is we just switched prosecutors about 10 minutes ago because the first prosecutor that you talked to last time, he went off to handle another hearing. So let's just make sure that he hasn't already done that.
No problem. Okay.
We'll put you back in the waiting room.
Okay, she is. Judge, I have Maurice Davis, who is the attorney for SRODA, S-R-O-D-A. He checked in first thing this morning, but I don't see his client has checked in at all.
Let's bring the attorney and see what's going on.
Okay. And his client was scheduled for 8:40, so. Good morning, Mr. Davis. Have you heard from your client at all?
I was gonna waive his appearance.
Okay, I'm glad I brought you in then.
Yeah.
All right, counsel, your appearance for Richard Schroeder.
Maurice Davis appearing.
All right, counsel, there's an offer in the file from the prosecution. If Mr. Schroeder pleads guilty to the charge, then there would be a 3-month delayed sentence. If it's a firearm that was seized, he could petition for return of that item after the 3 months. If it's not a firearm, it would be destroyed as part of the plea. If you want to, we can just adjourn this. We can send you a plea by mail. You can get his signature on it, and we'll give him some time to pay.
Yeah, I can't take that. I was hoping for a civil infraction.
Well, we can put you in a breakout room with the prosecutor if you want to have that conversation.
Okay.
Mr. Zick, did you hear that?
I did. Yep, I'd be happy to go into a breakout with Mr. Davis.
All right, Paula will make that happen. Mr. Blake, any luck with your client?
Yes, Judge. She says she's in the meeting room. I discussed the plea offer with her. She wants to accept it.
You know how she's listed? How she listed her phone?
She is on an iPhone. That's all she could tell me. I don't see it.
I don't see her in there.
She might be in the wrong room.
She's the one who told me to come to this one, you know.
Yeah, she did check in with me earlier. She was one of the first ones to check in. I told her we had to wait for her attorney. And she was in there for quite some time, and then she disappeared.
I just talked to her. Miss Latham, are you in?
Counsel, put her on your speakerphone. We'll do it that way.
Okay, great idea, Judge. Hold on. Well, I can't get the speakerphone, Judge. Okay, are you there? I can't put it on speaker, Judge. I don't know why.
Was she able to tell you what the problem is on Zoom?
She says she's in the meeting room. What's you don't know your device, right? The label.
Paula, how many people you got in the waiting room that you don't know who they are?
I'm trying to figure that out right now. And let me see if this is her.
I see something. Is that you?
Connect her video. Tell her to connect her video.
I've got a person on video right now. Lucky Lou.
Good morning.
Okay. Yeah, I will. Brian, you can send the paperwork over. Are you going to mail it to me?
Lucy Loco, iPhone.
That's her.
Okay. It shows she's connected, but I can't hear her at all.
You have to put it on.
Mr. Davis, what are we going to do on Schroeder?
Oh my God, so I can't hear him.
Send you a plea by mail?
Yeah, you're gonna send it to my office, right?
Chat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Connect your audio.
All right, so what I'll do is I'll send it out. We'll give you 30 days to get it signed, get the money, get it back.
Are we setting another pretrial date or?
No, we're just gonna send you the paperwork so you can send back the signed plea by mail with your client's payment.
God, they're talking like he.
Okay. All right. Thanks.
Cool. Hold
Okay,
on.
Miss
What's the total
Latham,
fine?
Miss Latham. We
Ms.
can
Latham,
hear
we can hear
you.
you. Say something.
Evidently, she can't hear us.
Wait. Hold on. How do I fix it? Oh. Oh, I'm sorry. Can you hear me? Can I?
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes.
Oh my God.
All right, hold
I'm
tight,
so
Miss
sorry.
Latham. Hold tight.
I can hear you now.
Okay, quit talking. Mr. Davis, anything else?
Yeah. What's the total fine on that?
I can hear everything you're saying. That's so stupid.
If you can hear
There's
everything,
a
be
button in
quiet.
the left corner of your phone that is like a mute button. That's so stupid.
Paula, mute her.
I'm so sorry. Okay.
She was letting Mr. Wright know that he was.
Yeah,
It's
she's
right on the
talking. I
left
don't want
side
her
of my
talking. Mr. Davis, it'll be $500 court cost.
500. Okay. Thanks.
And somebody from the court will send that out hopefully today.
Okay.
All right. All right, let's see if we can take care of Miss Latham's file now. Paula, you want to unmute Miss Latham?
I can't do it, but I'm asking her to. Okay.
There we go. Counsel, your appearance for Miss Latham.
Good morning, Your Honor. Wright Blake appearing on behalf of Candace Latham.
All right, so my understanding is that you have discussed with her the offer that's been made by the prosecution and she's willing to accept that offer?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Miss Latham, my understanding is you're going to plead guilty to the charge of abandoning personal property at the airport on March 11, 2017. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Counsel, are you satisfied? I think that gave me the factual basis I need.
Yeah, I'm satisfied.
Okay, then what I'm going to do is in keeping with the agreement with the prosecutor's office, I'll dismiss the companion case of disorderly person. Miss Latham, I've got your address on Piedmont Street. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
And is that going to be a good address for you for another 3 months?
Yes, sir.
Good. And a phone number for you, 265-9309?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. All right, Mr. Wright, what should I consider before I set the term of sentence on the abandoned personal property delayed sentence?
Judge, this matter's been pending for quite some time. Ms. Latham hasn't been in any trouble since then. We want to get this beyond her and move on with her life. We'd ask the court to consider minimum court costs and fines.
Okay. All right, Ms. Latham, anything you want to add to what Mr. Wright has told me?
No, all it is.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to go along with the prosecutor on this 3-month delayed sentence. You stay out of trouble, no new criminal offenses for that 3 months. Your court costs are assessed in the amount of $500. I can do a due date or I can set you up with a payment plan like monthly payments, whatever works for you.
Please set me up for a payment plan, sir. I'm sorry.
Yep. Tell me what you can pay every month.
The minimum that you can do. I'm sorry. Like I
That's
just,
all right. Can you do 50 a month?
if that's the minimum, yes.
Okay. And when can you make the first one?
You already gave me a minimum sentence that I've been keeping with, so just
You
that's
know what?
low.
Yeah, you're already on a payment plan, aren't you? On a drug
Yeah,
trial?
so it's very low. It's just hard times. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
what we're gonna do is we'll add this charge into the current payment plan. So you're not paying any extra, you're just gonna
And I
pay it longer.
appreciate that.
All
Because
right?
I don't want, you know what I'm saying? I owe it and I want to pay it, but it's hard. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want to.
Right.
I appreciate
You're
that
still
so
on
much.
probation on the drinking and driving charge, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
All right.
And I'm paying that. You put me on a payment plan for that. So that's why I say I don't want to act like I can pay something that I can't.
When's the last time you made a payment? Because our notes look like you
Last
haven't
month,
made a payment.
November. November
All right.
26th was the last payment.
So can you get another one in?
I'm trying to get another one in. I got the official My job just fired me from Nordstrom's officially.
Okay.
2 weeks ago. So now I'm dealing with that.
Okay.
And but I've been trying to get money in every month to just pay what I owe. You know what I'm saying?
Here's
Like,
what I want
even
you to
if
do.
you're doing the minimum, just pay it. You know what I'm saying?
You need to make contact with your probation officer though.
Okay.
On that file, because you're over a month behind now.
Okay. Yeah, okay, so I didn't even know I could that. I was just trying to give them like what I could. And the last time that I gave them a payment was on November 26th.
Yeah,
and that's over a month ago.
Right. And you're supposed to
So
be
it's
making
over a
monthly
month.
payments. Right. So to stay out of trouble with probation, you got to stay in contact with them. So if you're having trouble doing what you're supposed to, you got to let them know what's going on.
Okay. I appreciate that because that's what I need to do. I need to call them and have a conversation because it's hard, you know?
Who's your PO?
I don't know. Like I said, what I was trying to do at first, what I was trying to do is just be like really on point with at least doing the minimum. You know what I'm saying? But now, it's not like I don't have the income coming in. Like I said, I just got the official letter from my job. So now it's taking me like a month over it. And
Okay. Hold on just a minute. Paula, is she on probation or is she just on collections? Can you tell me?
I'm checking her out right now, Judge.
Because that's an old file.
thought it was just gonna like resolve itself, you know, but it's not gonna resolve itself. I have to call all of my creditors. You know what I'm saying?
I think she's
and make
still
a
on
payment.
I think she's still on probation.
Did they tell you who?
I'm trying to look who her PO is.
So I'm trying to give them money. Like I don't want it to look like I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm not paying it, but I am trying to just balance stuff, you know? And it's like, what do you do?
Here's the thing.
But-
I understand you might have a lot of creditors, but there probably is only one or two that put you in jail if you don't pay.
Well, most of the important thing you did that for me personally is I can work towards getting my license back. You know what I'm saying? And that works towards how I'm working and the jobs that I'm able to work.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Towards. So that helped my whole life a lot. And I appreciate that.
All right. So reach out to your.
I'm just working towards that. Like one thing, one week.
Okay, you're killing me. I've got another 40 files to deal with today. Reach out to probation and make arrangements.
Yeah,
Okay.
Judge, I can't tell who her PO is.
That's
But
all right.
what did we do with the disorderly?
Disorderly dismissed.
Thank you very much.
Yep. All right. Good luck, Miss Latham. Mr. Wright, good to see you.
Same here, Judge. Happy New Year to you and your staff. Thank you.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome. Hey, Paula.
Yes, sir.
If you did not, would you make a note that we've got to have somebody send out a plea by mail to the attorney on Strota?
I did, sir. I've got that on there.
Who's next?
I've got Octavia Hughes. We're going to try her again.
I think that's a him. Middle name is Eric.
Okay.
Let's find some work for Leanne. Poor Leanne's going to feel like nobody wants her.
I'm ready on Marsh to finish that, Judge. if you-
Octavia Hughes, he's not connected audio. That was one we didn't. I'm going to put them back in the waiting room again.
Right.
We have
Just a minute.
Adolph Smith. I'm sorry.
Hold on just a minute. Miss Belcher, your appearance for Mr. Marsh.
Good morning, Your Honor. May it please the court. Leanna Belcher on behalf of Mr. Marsh.
And you know what? Give me that phone number that Paula gave you so I can put it in the file.
929-287-4247.
Thank you. All right. And he's willing to take the double parking?
That is correct, Your Honor. I did speak with him. I would just ask if I could be given an opportunity to speak on his behalf before you impose a fine.
Yeah, Matt's still with us, so go ahead.
My understanding, Your Honor, in this situation, Mr. Marsh was traveling by bus. There was a bus stop outside of the airport. The bus did not have a restroom on it. He used the airport restroom. He's on Social Security and disability. He has a pacemaker, very limited income. I feel horrible for him. It sounds like it was just a misunderstanding. We would ask that you take his situation into consideration before imposing a fine.
All right, Matt, as far as the plea agreement, would you leave court costs to the court?
Absolutely, Your Honor.
All right, court costs are zero. Time to pay that within 30 days.
Thank you so much, Your Honor. I'll communicate that to Mr. Marsh right now.
All right. Paula, who do you want to do now?
Your Honor, at your convenience, sorry to interrupt, at your convenience on defendant Antoinette Henderson, we can recall that matter. We had put her back into the waiting room about the video.
Yep. Paula?
Hello?
No, he ain't calling your name.
Mr. Smith?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Smith,
here.
I've got a file here for November 6, 2020. The charge was animal at large. The prosecutor has made an offer if you plead responsible to double parking and agree to pay fines and costs of $200, then the misdemeanor would be dismissed. Do you understand the offer, sir?
Yes, sir.
And do you have enough information to make a decision about that offer?
Yes, sir.
What's your decision?
That I was guilty and I was willing to pay double parking.
All right. Do you want a payment plan for the 200 or can I just give you a due date?
Yes, I prefer payment plan.
How much can you pay every month and when can you start?
I can start $50.
Starting when? Starting when, sir? When can you make the first $50 payment?
Friday.
Friday.
All right. Any questions?
Where do I make the payment to?
34th District Court on Wayne Road, south of 94 in Romulus. You can do payments in our Dropbox 24/7. You can pay them face-to-face at our front door between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. Monday through Friday. You could pay it online, but if you do that, it'll cost you extra money for the vendor's fee. Understood?
Yes.
Got it.
All right. Golf Point Drive, that's still a good address for you?
Yes, sir.
Can I get a phone number?
734-218-6113.
Any questions?
No, sir.
You're all set. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
All right, we're back on with Miss Henderson's file, Mr. Zick.
Your Honor, I did have an opportunity to confirm with Mr. Mena. He did try to obtain the video, but I was correct in representing that he did not have a chance to watch it. I did review the report. I have it up on my screen in front of me. At this time, people are going to move to dismiss the charge based on lack of sufficient evidence to prove the matter beyond a reasonable doubt. So we're going to ask the matter be nolly prost.
Thank you. Ms. Henderson, I'm assuming an objection or a dismissal is okay with you without objection?
Yes.
All right, you're all set. Have a nice day.
You have a great one as well. Happy New Year.
Thank you. Paula?
Yes, sir. I'm going to be bringing in Lawrence Lauricio.
Why don't you bring Ms. Scruggs in? Because it sounds like she's not even sure she's got an attorney.
I've got her too now. She's coming in. And I've got Mr. Lauricio in.
Sir, how do you pronounce your name? You're muted.
Lawrence Lucretio.
Lucretio?
Yes, sir.
All right. Good morning. Mr. Lucretio, I've got a file here from August 31. Failed to stop or identify after a property damage accident. And the prosecutor has made an offer. The current charge is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail, up to $500 fines plus court costs. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Mr. Zick, I just want a clarification. The plea is to fail to report. I'm assuming that's the misdemeanor fail to report?
The 0-point misdemeanor, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. So, Mr. Lucretio, the prosecutor's made an offer. If you plead guilty to a 90-day misdemeanor that doesn't have any points, they'll agree to dismiss the original charge, which does have points. They're both misdemeanors. They both go on your criminal history as part of your record, but one's got points, one does not. And there's also a little bit difference in possible jail time, but that's not really an issue because I'm not planning on jailing.
Okay.
You understand the offer, sir?
Yes, sir.
Do you have enough information to make a decision on the offer?
Yes, sir.
What do you want to do?
Plead guilty.
To the added charge?
Yep.
All right. On August 31, 2020, were you involved in a motor vehicle accident at or near Metro Airport?
Yes.
Did you fail to report that accident as required by law?
Yes.
I'll accept your plea and dismiss the original charge. Sir, I've got your address on Pine River, is that right?
Yes, sir.
And where's Smiths Creek at?
It's a little outside of Marysville.
Okay. And do you have a phone number I can put on your file?
Yes. 810-662-6347.
All right. Is there anything you want me to consider before I set the terms of sentence?
I was going to explain how the accident went, but I don't think that will make any difference now.
Not unless how the accident happened gives you a good excuse why you didn't take care of the police reporting. I mean, I'll listen to your story.
What's that, sir?
I said, I'm more than happy to listen to your story. If you think it'll make a difference, go ahead.
When I was getting over, I didn't look in the mirror. So I sideswiped the bus and there was a lot of traffic and I panicked. So I didn't want to try to get over. I figured it'd be easier to just go around and come back.
Okay.
Stop in the middle of traffic.
All right. What road did this take place on? Looks like it was on North Rogel.
I believe so.
Okay. All right. All right. So what happened? You went around, and by the time you went around, the cops were already there, or what?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
And then I came back and talked to the officer and let him know that I hit the bus. And
all right. Are you working, sir?
Yes, sir.
Where do you work?
I do basement waterproofing.
All right. Keeping busy?
Yes, sir.
Good. All right. Fines and costs on the file, $300. I can give you a due date or I can set you up with a payment plan.
Let me do the payment plan.
How much can you pay every month?
$100.
And when can you start?
As soon as possible.
I'll give you until next Friday to get it in.
All right.
Any questions?
How do I send that payment in?
You can do it online. It'll cost you extra money for a third-party vendor, or you can mail us payments at 11131 South Wayne Road. That notice should also be on all your notice, or that address should be on your notices as well.
Okay.
Anything else?
Nope, that is all.
You're all set.
Thank you.
I have Ms. Scruggs on for you, Judge.
Yep. All right, Ms. Scruggs, are you prepared to go forward today without Mr. Flood, or would you like to adjourn this till you can get Mr. Flood involved?
I wanted to get an attorney. I don't know what happened with Mr. Flood. He was added to my paperwork because he called to inquire. I never retained him. And I've been having.
You want to talk to a court-appointed attorney? I can make that happen right now.
Yes, please.
Okay. Leanne, just so you know, the offer is it's a possession charge. The offer is 4-month delayed sentence, standard item to be destroyed unless it's a firearm.
Understood. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we'll put you in a breakout room so you can talk to counsel, ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Paula, what do you got?
Hang on, Judge. I'm sorry. I'm trying to put them in the breakout room. I have Haley Maruzek, that's Maruzek, and her attorney, James Gallagher. Oops, we just lost Mr. Zick.
Bring him in.
Sorry, Matt. Mr. Gallagher?
I'm sorry.
Yes, I am here. I'm finishing up another matter in the 15th District Court. Is it possible we could just pass this momentarily?
Sure.
Okay, what I'll do is mute you. Just give us a high sign when you're ready.
Okay, my apologies.
Thank you. I'm going to be bringing in Benjamin Hart and his attorney, Joe Barone.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, counsel.
I'm not counsel, but I appreciate the upgrade.
There's Mr. Barone. Good morning, counsel.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Mr. Hart, in our world, anybody that shows up with a suit and tie is probably the attorney. Nowadays, sometimes attorneys don't have a suit and tie.
I'm an actuary, so close enough.
Yeah.
Don't ask me to stand up, Your Honor.
No, I understand that completely. I'm working from home today.
I wore my dress underwear.
There you go. Counsel, your appearance for Mr. Hart.
Good morning, Your Honor. Joe Barone on behalf of Mr. Hart.
All right, there is an offer on this file. I think we talked about it last time. The plea in the file is Mr. Hart pleads to disorderly, the assault would be dismissed, and the disorderly would be under a 3-month delayed sentence.
Oh, you know what, Your Honor, that is a new offer that I wasn't sure that it was available. And Mr. Hart and I did discuss if that offer became available, we would avail ourselves. He would avail himself to that particular offer.
Okay, correct,
It's
Mr. Hart.
under a deferred sentence, Judge, 771.
Correct.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Just make sure that's exactly what we talked about before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
This is the one that gives you a chance from keeping it from going on your permanent criminal history and staying there.
Okay. No, I defer Mr. Brown's judgment. I believe that's accurate.
All right, so the disorderly person charge, which is the added charge, carries a possible penalty of up to 93 days in jail, up to $500 fines plus court costs. You understand that?
I guess I do now.
And you've discussed your rights with Mr. Barone. You understand those rights?
Yes.
Okay, so understanding all of that, are you freely and voluntarily pleading guilty to the added charge?
I do. Is that
All
the
right.
answer? Yes.
That if you're going for the deal, that's the next answer I need. Right.
Yes.
So on January 5, 2020, were you at Detroit Metro Airport?
Yes.
All right, and what happened at that? Actually, counsel, you know what happened, the facts. Why don't you do voir dire?
Yeah, Mr. Hart, with did you get in some type of altercation with someone at the airport on January 5th, 2020?
An individual followed me onto a train and tripped me. And then when I ran into that individual later in the airport, they threatened me again by saying I had followed them. And then I pushed them to defend myself.
You pushed them in the middle of the airport?
Correct.
I'm satisfied, Your Honor. A push would meet the factual basis.
Yeah, especially at the airport. I'm sure that disturbed things. All right, I can accept the plea. Mr. Hart, got your address on Pennsylvania, correct?
Correct.
And is that
Make
gonna
sure
be-
that's street, not state.
Correct.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
is that going to be a good address for another 3 months or more?
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Counsel, is there anything I should consider before I set terms of sentence?
Nothing further, Your Honor. He's been dealing with this matter for a long time. He's been, he's remorseful about the events that happened. He's actually an actuary. He's got a good job. He's one of my better behaved clients, Your Honor, and I don't think that he's going to have any.
He's certainly one of your best dressed.
That's for sure, Judge. So other than that, yeah, nothing.
All right. Mr. Hart, I'll go along with the delayed sentence for 3 months. During that time period, you stay out of trouble, no new criminal offenses. Court costs are assessed in the amount of $500. I can set you up with a payment plan or just give you a due date, whatever works best for you.
How to pay, and I'll pay it.
You can do it online, but if you do that, it's going to cost you probably another 50 or 60 bucks with online vendor fees.
Oh, Lord.
Or you just mail us a payment. I'll give you an address and a due date.
Yeah,
if I give you
definitely.
until next Friday, is that enough time to get it in, or you want me to give you a little bit more time?
Give him does it have to postmark my next Friday or show up my next
Yeah,
Friday?
you know what? Good point. With the U.S. mails, let's do 30 days.
Okay.
So just mail it to the address on our court notice to you, 11131 South Wayne Road. That's Romulus, Michigan, 48174.
48174.
Yes, sir. Check payable to the 34th District Court. Mr. Barone, anything else?
Nothing
I
further, Your
have
Honor.
one more question, sir. Can that be a personal check or does that have to be a cashier's check?
Yeah, it's personal check's fine.
Okay.
We know where to find you if it doesn't work.
All right.
All right, thank you,
Your Honor.
gentlemen.
Okay,
Very
thank you, Judge.
We have Mr. Gallagher back,
All right.
and we have Leanna and Ms. Scruggs back.
All right, Ms. Belcher, your appearance for Ms. Scruggs.
Good morning, Your Honor. Leanna Belcher on behalf of Ms. Scruggs. Ma'am, will you unmute yourself and state your name for the judge?
Nikisha Scruggs.
Your Honor, I did go over the proposed plea agreement with her. I did try to renegotiate with Mr. Zick. Unfortunately, the only thing he was willing to do was reduce the delay down to 90 days.
Okay.
And Ms. Scruggs is prepared to move forward on that.
Okay, Ms. Scruggs, you understand the possible penalty for the charge?
Yes, sir.
And understanding that, and you've discussed your rights with Ms. Belcher, correct?
Yes.
Understanding that, are you pleading guilty to this charge today freely and voluntarily?
Yes, I am.
All right. On the date of March 6, 2020, did you find yourself at Metro Airport?
Yes.
And at that time, did you have some weapon in an area you should not have had a weapon?
Yes.
What was the weapon?
It was a gun.
All right. And Ms. Belcher's explained to you that after this delayed sentence period is up, you can petition for the return of the weapon?
Yes.
Okay. Ms. Belcher, you satisfied with the plea?
Yeah, no additional questions, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Ms. Scruggs, I will accept your plea. I've got your address on Floral Street. That's a good one.
Yes.
And I've got a phone number for you, a 586-843-9466.
Yes.
All right. Is there anything you'd like me to consider, ma'am, before I set the terms of your sentence?
Yes, Your Honor, if I could speak on her behalf. She just got accepted to University of Massachusetts for her MBA, so she's getting ready to start graduate school in 2 weeks. She was working at Chrysler. She was rushing from work to go to the airport to catch a flight, forgot her firearm was in her possession. She did indicate to me that this was a complete oversight, and she had questions about her grad school and whether or not this would affect her. My advice to her would be to check their policies. I'm not familiar with the University of Massachusetts to see if she has to disclose this misdemeanor, because it is going to be obviously on her record for the 90 days.
Right. Yeah. Ms. Scruggs, Ms. Belcher might have already told you this, but if you find out this is going to cause you major problems with your career plan, contact Ms. Belcher. Mr. Zick looks really unreasonable, but he's not as unreasonable as he looks. So we might be able to twist his arms and figure out some way so this does not affect your ability to pursue the plan you have.
Okay, thank you.
Okay?
And Ms. Scruggs, I can give you my cell phone number if that's helpful.
Go ahead.
734-672-0866.
Okay.
All right. Ms. Scruggs, court costs in this file are $400. I can set you up with a payment plan if you want to make monthly payments.
I'm sorry, you said 400?
The total is $400, correct?
Okay, we can a payment plan.
All right. How much can you pay every month?
I can do split up 200 a month.
You want to do it that way? When can you make your first one?
I can make the first one today.
All right. I'm going to give you until next Friday. Then I'll give you more options to pay, because if you pay it online today, it's going to cost you probably another 25 or 30 bucks for the online vendor fees.
Okay.
You can do it at face-to-face at the court, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. We've got a 24-hour drop box. You can drop a money order or cashier's check in the drop box. You can always use snail mail. So those are your options.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Good luck with school. Once again, if you find that this charge is going to be any problem for you, contact Ms. Belcher.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Good luck. All right, counsel, your appearance for the People versus Haley Maruzic.
Hey, good morning, Your Honor. My name is James Gallagher, with and on behalf of Hailey Maruzic, and Your Honor, he is seated next to me in my office. We appreciate the court's patience with me.
No problem. Good morning, Mr. Maruzic. So, counsel, there's a plea agreement that the prosecution has placed in the court file. If your client pleads responsible to the added civil infraction of double parking and agrees to pay fines and costs of $200, then the misdemeanor consuming alcohol in public would be dismissed.
Okay, Your Honor, may I just explain that to my client just very briefly? Your Honor, thanks again. Yes, Your Honor, that is something that my client would like to take advantage of.
Okay, I will accept a guilty plea from Mr. Maruzic then. Fines it costs $200. How much time do we need to get payment?
How much time do you need to pay the $200? Your Honor, he's asking if the court would allow 30 days.
Sure. No problem at all.
Judge, I'm sorry, I missed what he pled guilty to.
Double parking.
Thank you.
$200 fines it costs. Anything else, counsel?
Nothing else, Your Honor. We greatly appreciate it.
You're welcome. Have a great day, gentlemen.
You too, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, I'm bringing in Charlotte Lewis. Doesn't look like they're paying attention.
Nope.
I'm going to put them back in the waiting room. And I'll bring in Yusuf Mohammed.
Okay.
I don't think I have that.
I don't see a Mohammed.
That's why he's been in there quite a while and I'm not sure who he is. So I want to find out.
Yeah, hold on a minute. Yeah, I got a Mohammed. Bring him in.
What time is he?
I don't know. I found the file, not the time.
Okay.
9:50 according to the RLA.
I got it. Yeah. Thank you. He's not connecting either. I'm going to put him back in the waiting room. Joshua Moran, Morein. He's at 9:50 as well. Good morning. Judge will be
Morning.
right with you.
Okay.
How do you pronounce your last name, sir?
It's Morin.
Morin? Good morning.
Yes, sir. Morning.
Mr. Morin, I've got two files here from October 4, operating while intoxicated and open intox. Mr. Zick, are you with us?
Yes, Your Honor.
The plea agreement in this file, I think Jim missed the operating while intoxicated file because the plea agreement doesn't mention it. Oh, actually, it does.
Oh, I think he thought it was 2 counts of open intox. I don't.
Yeah, I think so.
Your Honor, what I would offer at this time is 1 count of operating while visibly impaired and dismiss the open intox charge.
All right. Mr. Moran, the added charge, well, first of all, the original charge of operating while intoxicated is up to 93 days in jail, up to $500 fines plus court costs, also has license sanctions. The offer is if you plead guilty to the lesser charge of impaired driving, it's still up to 93 days in jail, up to $300 fines plus court costs, but lesser license sanctions from Secretary of State. If you plead to the added charge, then both the original charges would be dismissed by the prosecution. Do you understand the offer that's being made?
So you're saying both charges will be dismissed if I plead to which
Both
one?
the original charges would be dismissed. So the open intoxicants, which is a misdemeanor, and the operating while intoxicated would be dismissed if you plead guilty to operating while impaired, which is still a misdemeanor, but it's got less license sanctions than the operating while intoxicated.
So that would be the best one to go.
Well, I can't tell you what the best one is. I can tell you what your options are. I can tell you what possible penalties are. You have to decide what's best for you.
Well, I just don't want to go to jail and take the truth. I mean, I don't know which one.
You're not going to jail if you plead guilty to the original charge. Not unless you completely ignore everything I tell you to do for probation.
Right. Okay, then yeah, I'll get the one with all the two additional ones dismissed.
The added charge. Gotcha.
Yes,
Okay. All right. So let me ask you some questions. First of all, the easy one. County Road 468 is your address?
Yes.
All right. And do you have a phone number?
903-353-2235.
903-353-2235?
Yes, sir.
All right. And did you in fact drive a vehicle at the airport on October 4, 2020?
Yes.
And prior to driving the vehicle that day, did you consume alcohol?
Yes.
Did you take a breath test for the police department or a blood test, do you know?
Breathalyzer.
Do you know what the results were?
I do not remember how much.
Mr. Zick, do you have a report with you by chance?
I don't, I was double checking, but I don't have that report.
Okay. Mr. Moran, looking back on it today, do you think that your ability to operate your vehicle on October 4 was visibly impaired due to your consumption of alcohol?
Yes, sir.
All right. I'll accept your plea. All right. I'll dismiss the original 2 charges. The next step on this file, Mr. Moran, is you're going to hear from my probation department. They're going to set up an interview with you by Zoom. They're going to interview you. Based on that, the probation officer will prepare a report and recommendation for sentencing. You'll get a chance to look at that. Then you and I will have another conversation on Zoom for sentencing. Based on that report and anything else you and I might discuss that day, then I'll determine the terms of sentence. Do you understand all that?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions, sir?
No, so y'all gonna be sending me something in the mail, or?
Yeah, that's why I wanted to get your information. Actually, I should get your email. Do you have a good email address?
Yes, sir. It's Josh, JOSH, MOREIN @yahoo.com.
All right, spell your last name.
MOREIN.
EIN. We've got it backwards.
Yes, sir.
Let's fix that. All right, so it's Josh, last name at Yahoo.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Have a nice day, sir. You'll be hearing from probation.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Judge, I'll spell the last name. M-B is in Baker, E-N-G-U-E, first name Mame. She's at 1040, excuse me, 940.
Okay.
Looks like she's having problems connecting. She's trying again. She's got
Hello?
it. Is this Mame?
Yeah, this is Mamie.
Okay.
How do you say your last name, ma'am?
Meng.
Meng?
Yeah, Meng.
Good morning. Ms. Meng, I've got a file here from August 23, 2020, misdemeanor charge of possession of a weapon at the airport. This does carry a possible penalty of up to 93 days in jail, up to $500 fines plus court costs. Do you understand that? Hello?
Hello, yes, sorry. The connection is bad. I hear you now.
All right. You understand that possible penalty?
Yes.
All right. And do you understand your rights, generally speaking?
Yes, I do.
All right. The prosecutor's made an offer on this file. If you plead guilty to this charge, the prosecutor wants me to consider a delayed sentence for 4 months. That means for 4 months, you have to stay out of trouble. At the end of that time period, if you've stayed out of trouble and paid your court costs as ordered, then this would be dismissed. It would not stay on your record as a permanent conviction. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And do you have enough information to make a decision on that offer?
Can I just ask a quick question?
You can, ma'am.
So the 4 months, I just have to stay out of trouble. It wouldn't be like jail time.
Correct. Just no more criminal offenses.
Yeah. Okay. And how much would the fee, like how much do I have to pay?
That's to be determined based on what questions I ask you in the next few minutes. Generally,
Okay.
it's somewhere between $400 and $600.
Okay. Got it.
Any other questions?
No, that'd be all.
All right. And do you have enough information to make a decision?
Yes, I do.
How do you want to plead?
Guilty.
Did you come in contact or were you at the airport in a prohibited area on August 23, 2020?
Yes.
And at that time, did you have something in your possession that you should not have had there?
Yes, I did.
What did you have?
I had like a taser, a small taser.
All right. You understand as part of this agreement, that taser would be destroyed by the prosecutor.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I can accept your plea based on those facts. I've got your address on Jasmine Court. Is that right?
No, it's changed.
All right. Let me have a new one.
3060 Roundtree
Is Roundtree one
Boulevard.
word?
Yeah, it's one word.
Go ahead.
Boulevard, Ypsilanti, Michigan, 48197.
Thank you. Phone number for you, 262-2785.
Yes.
Are you working?
No, I'm not.
When's the last time you did?
May of 2020.
All right. Where were you working then?
Cold Stone Creamery.
Awesome. Is there anything else you would like me to consider before I set the terms of your sentence?
Yes. For the reason of having the taser, like I know it was like illegal. Like I did not know it was illegal when I purchased it. It was due to the fact that like I had an ex that I went to court for too, and he was like abusive and stalking. So like I just needed it for protection at the time.
Okay.
But I do understand that having it and bringing it to the airport was all my fault, and like that should not have been done.
Okay, I appreciate that. Thank you. Anything else, ma'am?
No, that'd be all.
Okay. I'm going to go along with the prosecutor. I'll delay sentence for 4 months. During that time period, you stay out of trouble, no criminal offenses. Your address on Roundtree, you expect to be there for at least 4 months?
Yes.
Okay. And court costs your assessment of $400. I can set you up with a payment plan if monthly payments is easier than a due date.
When would the due date be?
I'd like to do it all within 30 days, or we'll just put you on a payment plan.
Yeah, could we please do a payment plan?
How much can you pay per month?
I could pay like around 80. I could get a job and like pay around 80 a month.
Let's just start it out at 50. You can always pay extra.
50, okay.
And can you start that between now and next Friday?
Yes, I could.
Do you have any questions?
No, that'd be all. So it'd just be I just pay monthly. How would it go? Or would that be mailed to me?
Just make that first payment, and we're going to either mail you a payment plan, or if you make the first payment in person, we're going to hand you a payment plan.
Okay. So
Any
first
questions?
payment is January 15th, correct?
On or before. Yep. You can go in tomorrow and make that first payment if you want to. We're going to give you until next Friday to get started.
Okay, and I just go to like the Wayne County. That's
Nope,
in.
34th District Court on Wayne Road in Romulus.
Oh, okay, thank you.
And if you want to do it face to face, you got to be there between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m.
Okay.
All right.
Yep.
Good luck.
Thank you so much.
Paul, you got anybody else ready to go?
Oh yeah, I got Jarrett McCormick.
Do I just leave the call now?
Yeah, I can remove you.
All right, you guys have a good one.
Thank you.
Paula, do you know anything about a Colascio file? It's on the docket at 9:20. We have not heard it, and I don't see it in my pile of files.
No, I still have it on my docket.
Oh.
Kalasho.
Correct.
No, I haven't heard anything about that one.
All right, who's the guy you want to bring in?
Jarrett McCormick. Looks like he's having problems connecting. Okay, we'll bring in Blake Purvis. Put him back in the this guy back in the waiting room.
Purvis, P-E-R.
Purvis. He's scheduled at 10:10.
Yeah.
Good morning, Mr. Purvis. Hang on just a second. Judge will be right with you.
Mr. Purvis, I've got a file here from August 14, 2020. Misdemeanor charge of use or possession of flashing lights, which is a misdemeanor, up to 93 days in jail, up to $500 fines plus court costs. You understand that? You don't have any audio, Mr. Purvis.
Yep. Is it working now, Your Honor?
Go. Yep. Do you understand the possible penalty for the charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Generally speaking, do you understand your rights?
Yes, Your
All right. Are you prepared to go forward today without benefit of an attorney?
Honor. Actually, I spoke to my attorney yesterday. He's out of town, actually. So.
If you're planning on hiring an attorney, I could adjourn this matter for you if you'd like.
Sure. Can I push it back for a later date until the attorney comes back?
Sure. Paula, was that date January 21?
Let me just, it's, yes, 121 for Judge Green.
Yep. All right. We'll send out another notice to you, Mr. Purvis, for that court date, so you know what time you need to be on Zoom.
Okay.
Ann Avenue is a good address.
Actually, I was going to see if I can have it sent to my mother's house, because that address I don't.
Give me a new address.
It's 192 Fairmont.
192?
Yep. Fairmont. Fairmont. In that street.
What city?
River Rouge.
What's the zip in River Rouge?
48218.
I'm sorry,
218.
And how about a phone number?
313-424-0126.
0126? 0126?
Correct.
You're all set?
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
I'm bringing in Elena Willis. And she's not paying attention here. She's right there, but looks like she's reading or something.
Who else you got?
I'm going to try Charlotte Lewis one more time. She's right there, but I'm going to send her a chat.
Anybody else in the waiting room?
She just read the note. Yeah, I do. Let me, I have a Matthew Rager, R-A-G-E-R. We'll try him.
R-A?
G is in go, ER.
That's one of our officers, Your Honor.
Oh.
Officer,
Morning,
which file
officer.
are you on? Officer Rager, which file are you calling on?
It's for defendant Scott, OWI case.
What was that name, sir?
Scott. We don't have Scott in the waiting room, do we?
Last name is Scott.
I don't see a Scott in there, but there's a few that I have to identify.
All right.
Your Honor, that was the one with Attorney Mohammed Nasser where they had filed the motion on the Christian Scott matter.
Oh, I do have Mohammed in the waiting room. But
When's
I
that
haven't,
set for?
it was
That was
set
set for a motion. I think he was, I apologize, Paula.
That's okay. 10:30.
Okay.
I think Mr. Nasser was going to ask for an adjournment pending a plea resolution. I had made plea offer on that one.
Paula, let's bring the attorney in. Let's find out.
Okay. I put her back into the waiting room.
Yeah, I still had you appear, Officer Rager, because I wasn't sure what was going to happen. So
Sure,
not a
appreciate
problem.
you showing up.
Good morning,
Good morning,
Judge.
Mr. Nasser. Your appearance for Christian Scott.
Yes, Judge.
All right,
Your
Mr. Zick just told me that you fellows are talking about a possible resolution, so we're probably not going to do the motion today.
Yeah, there's been an offer by the people, and my client is a DPD police officer, so we're just running it through the union, and they'd like to see how that offer is going to affect her employment.
Yep. I can bump it out to Judge Green's date, which is the 21st of January, if you think that gives you enough time.
I would ask for a little bit longer, Judge, just because they move
Yep.
a little bit slowly.
We got another date, Paula?
Yes, sir. The next date would be February 4th with Judge Green.
We'll make it work, February 4th.
All right, bond will be continued. You'll let Mr. Scott know?
Yes, Judge.
All right, good luck.
Thank you kindly, Judge. Happy New Year to you.
You as well.
I'll let you know, Officer Rager, what the status.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
All right, have a good one.
Ranger, how are you? Thank you. Happy New Year.
Good night.
Take care. Take care, Matt.
Thank you.
Okay, let me see. I'm going to find out who a few of these people are, Judge.
Yep. I'm going to take care of a search warrant.
Okay.
Paula,
Yeah, honey.
by chance, do you have a Ronisha Simmons in your waiting room? She was at 10:30. She's mine.
Yes. Okay, I'll put her up next. Let me
Thank
just, while he's doing the search warrant, I'm going to start removing these people because they're not paying any attention.
Paula, we need to give you a flashing light or something.
Exactly.
Okay. Good morning. Can you tell me the name on that is on your case, please?
Tiffany Snurling.
Snurling, you said?
Yes.
Snerling?
Yes.
She's
Okay.
at 10:30.
Pardon?
I was just saying she was at 10:30.
Okay. I'm going to put, I've got you relabeled so we know who you are. I'm going to put you back in the waiting room and we'll get you up real quick here, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Oh, did Springer drop these off for the judge?
I'll make sure he gets them.
Paul, you still trying to ID people?
I've got one up. She hasn't connected yet. Ranisha Simmons is Leanna Belcher's client.
Simmons?
Yeah, I'm going to bring her in.
What time was she?
10:30.
All right.
Looks like she's connecting. Have you got any communication with her?
Yes, I'm texting her right now, letting her know to connect.
Okay.
And I can always call her and do it by phone if need be.
Okay, I've got her up on the screen, but. Ms. Simons, you do need, thank you very much. We've got Ms. Simons and Ms. Belcher up, Judge.
Ms. Belcher, your appearance.
Good morning, Your Honor. Leanna Belcher on behalf of the defendant. Ma'am, will you please state your name for the judge? State your name.
No audio.
Your name for the judge.
Okay. It's not letting me.
Just say it right now. I got you on the phone. Say it.
Oh, Ranisha Simons.
Good morning. Counsel, have you had a chance to discuss the offer?
I have, Your Honor. It's my understanding she's going to be pleading responsible to the added count of double parking with the $200 fine and the original charge being dismissed.
Ms. Simmons, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, I'll accept your plea. Your address on Pierce Street, correct?
Correct.
Could I have a phone number for the file?
313-784-7681.
And Ms. Belcher, time to pay?
Yes, Your Honor, please.
Ma'am, you want a due date or a monthly payment plan?
Multiple payment plan.
How much can you pay every month and when can you start?
I can pay $50 every month, and I can start as soon as possible.
All right, start on or before next Friday. Ms. Belcher, anything else?
No, Your Honor.
All right,
Thank you.
thank you.
Judge, I have attorney Ferris Haddad and his client Christian Carswell. I'm bringing them in.
From what time?
They were at 10 o'clock.
Okay. Good morning, counsel. Your appearance for Mr. Carswell.
Good morning, Your Honor, and good morning to your staff. Ferris Haddad on behalf of Mr. Carswell.
Looks like Mr. Carswell's trying to come in.
Yeah.
Yes.
He hasn't connected yet.
Counsel, are you familiar with the plea that's been offered?
I actually am not, Judge. I apologize.
Good morning, Mr. Carswell.
How you doing? Good morning.
Excellent. Counsel, the plea agreement in the file that's been placed by the prosecutor says added charge double parking, a responsible plea to that, and an agreed upon fines and costs of $200. The misdemeanor would be dismissed.
We'd love to take advantage of that, Your Honor. I've already.
I would.
Yep.
All right. And Mr. Carswell, $200. You want a due date or a monthly payment plan?
I'll do the monthly payment.
How much per month? When can you start?
What are the options?
Can you do 50 a month?
Yes.
Starting when?
I could start March.
What?
Yeah, I'm not waiting that long.
Oh, I could start next month then, February.
Okay, let me get some information confirmed. Your address on South Henry Rough still good?
Yes.
And how about a phone number for you?
313-268-3514.
Okay. Counsel, I think that takes care of it.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Have a happy new year. Thank you.
Same to you. Stay healthy, gentlemen.
You too.
Thank you.
I'm going to try Elena Willis one more time. I believe she just called in to say that she fixed her audio. Miss Willis, you need to connect your audio.
Oh, I sent her.
Pardon?
I sent her a message asking her to connect.
Okay.
Thanks, Leanne.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you very much, honey. Okay, I'm going to put her back in because we still have quite a few until she can figure it out. Tiffany Snerling, Snerling. And she's up at 10:30. Good morning, Miss Snerling. Judge will be right with you.
Okay, good morning.
Good morning, ma'am. I've got a file here from September 29, 2020. Possession in a prohibited area at the airport. This carries a possible penalty of up to $500 fine plus court costs and up to 93 days in jail. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Generally speaking, ma'am, do you understand your rights?
Yes.
All right. The offer that's been made by the prosecutor in this file is if you plead guilty to this charge, the prosecutor is recommending a 4-month delayed sentence. What that means is I'll assess court costs and tell you you need to stay out of trouble with no new criminal offenses for 4 months. If you do what you're supposed to do at the end of 4 months, this charge will be dismissed. It would not stay on your record as a permanent criminal conviction. Do you understand the offer that's being made by the prosecution?
Yes.
And do you have enough information to make a decision?
Yes, based on what you just told me.
Okay, what do you want to do?
If I plead guilty, will I be able to have my job back at the airport, or?
That's not up to me. I have no idea what's going on with your job.
Oh, they said that I wouldn't be able to, they wouldn't make a decision until the court did what they did, whatever the court decided.
Well, if you plead guilty today, we're going to take care of business here and you'll be able to let them know. But what they do with that information, I don't know. Where were you working?
For Spirit Airlines.
Okay. Yeah, I can't help you with that. The only thing I can suggest is now that you know what the offer is, if you want me to, I can adjourn this and you can talk to the people at work and find out what they're going to do if you take the deal.
Okay. Yeah, because I really don't. I haven't talked to a lawyer or anybody to know what my options are really.
I've got an attorney online right now if you want to have a conversation.
Yes, that would be.
All right. We'll put you in a breakout room with Miss Belcher.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, I do have Charlotte Lewis, who had called in and said she fixed her audio.
Let's find out if she did.
Yep. Good morning, Miss Lewis.
Good morning.
Okay. Hang on, Judge will be right with
Miss
you.
Lewis, I've got a file here from August 27, 2020. The charge is possession of a weapon at the airport. This carries a possible penalty of up to $500 fines plus court costs and up to 93 days in jail. Do you understand that?
I do now. Yes, yes.
The prosecutor has already made an offer on the file. If you plead guilty, the prosecutor has asked me to consider a delayed sentence for 4 months. What that means is I would assess court costs. I would tell you to stay out of trouble with no new criminal offenses for 4 months. At the end of that time period, this would be dismissed, so it would not stay on your record as a permanent criminal conviction. If you had a firearm, you could petition for the return of that firearm after that 4 months. If it's not a firearm, as part of your deal with the prosecutor, the item would be disposed of. Do you understand all that?
Just a small bit I didn't. You said
Okay.
that you could suspend the sentencing, and you said it could be dismissed if I
It would be a delayed sentence for 4 months under the agreement that the prosecutor's offered. The terms of that agreement would be you'd have to pay some court costs and you'd have to stay out of trouble with no new criminal charges. If at the end of 4 months you've complied with that, then at that time this case would be dismissed, so it wouldn't stay on your record as a conviction. If you pick up some new criminal charges or you don't pay the money, then this would go on your record and stay there as a conviction.
Okay, my question is, will it show up as a? I just had a taser. I actually took it, not to get off subject, but it won't show.
This is the same charge. If you had a pistol in your pocket or a taser, it's the same charge at the airport.
Oh, damn. Okay. I'm not, I guess I have to do the 4. I don't really have much of a choice. So yeah, the delayed sentence. So I have a weapons charge.
Correct. This is a misdemeanor weapons charge. Have you talked to an attorney?
No, it doesn't matter. I'll just have to pay the money. Yeah.
I've got an attorney online today if you'd like to talk to a court-appointed attorney.
I'll just do the 4 month stuff. Yep, I'll just do pay money and.
All right, so you understand the offer from the prosecutor and you want to plead guilty to that offer today, correct?
Just had a taser. I didn't even.
Man, if you're not sure what to do,
Yes,
let me
the answer. Yes, the answer. I'm not going to gain clarity. I've been through this many times before, so that would just be a waste of time because it never works out. But basically whatever y'all say. You're the ones who.
It doesn't work that way. I can tell you what the offer is from the prosecutor, and you need to make a decision. But I'm just telling you, you don't have to make that decision today if you don't want to. I can give you some time to get the advice of people you trust. Talk to an attorney. I've got an attorney online that can talk to you today. There are options. I feel like you feel like you have no options, and I don't want you to do that.
I just don't want to take a weapons charge. But I guess my question, I know that even if I did have an actual taser, so I don't know if the charge could be lowered. But
Your Honor, can I speak with Ms. Lewis after I put Ms. Snerling on?
Talk her into that, yeah. Ms. Lewis, would you like to talk to the attorney?
I would if you all would allow me. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, that's fine. Just give me a couple minutes. Let me take care of some other business with her, and then I'll put you in a breakout room.
Okay.
All right, Ms. Belcher, are you ready on Snerling?
I am, Your Honor. Leanna Belcher on behalf of Ms. Snerling. Ma'am, will you state your name for the judge?
Tiffany Snerling.
Your Honor, I had an opportunity to review the plea offer with her. The only thing I would ask Mr. Zick to reconsider is instead of 4 months, 90 days. I know his policy when it comes to guns, and this in fact was a gun that was taken inside the airport.
No objection, Your Honor. We reduced the 771 period to 90 days if the court has no objection.
I don't have any objections. All right, understanding that, Ms. Sterling, are you going to plead guilty to the charge, and are you doing so freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
Did you have a weapon at the airport on September 29, 2020 at a prohibited area?
Yes.
And was that a firearm?
Yes.
All right, I'll accept your plea. Your address on South Adams, a good one?
Yes.
And is it going to be good for another 3 months?
Yes.
All right, how about a phone number?
313-434-8881.
8811?
No, 8881.
8881, 3/8. Gotcha.
Yes.
All right, Ms. Belcher, what else should I consider before I set terms?
Your Honor, as she stated, she was employed by Spirit Airlines. It seems as though this was an oversight from her, what was in her possession at the time. She's taken ownership for her actions. This could negatively impact her employment since it is an active misdemeanor for at least 90 days.
All right. Ms. Nerlin, is there anything else you want me to know before I set terms?
I've been there. I worked at the airport for 6 years. I've never made a mistake like that before. It was due to circumstances of my son being shot 5 times in July. And I had to go back and forth, and I grabbed the wrong duffel bag that day.
How's your son doing?
He's doing much better. He lost nerve damage on his left side. He was shot 3 times in the stomach, once in the back and once in the leg.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else?
No, that's it.
All right. So I'll go along with the prosecutor. I'll delay sentence for 3 months. During that time period, no new criminal charges. Court costs are assessed in the amount of $400. I can give you a due date or I can give you a payment plan. What works best for you?
A due date?
Can you do it in 30 days?
Yes.
All right. Any questions?
No.
You're all set. Ms. Belcher, we'll put you in a breakout room with Ms. Lewis now.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Paula?
Working on that right now, Judge. Okay. Okay, I'm going to try Mohammed one more time. If he doesn't come in, I'm going to remove him. Okay, I removed him so he can pay attention. Bobby Brandon is up next.
Let's see if we can get him in.
He doesn't have his audio on, but there he
Hello?
is.
Hello?
Yes,
No,
are
one
you Mr.
second.
Brandon?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Brandon, I've got a couple files here in front of me.
Okay.
From February 11, 2020, I've got a civil infraction, speeding, 5 over, and I've got a misdemeanor drove while license suspended, revoked, or denied.
Mm-hmm.
Misdemeanor carries a possible penalty of up to 93 days in jail, up to $500 fines plus court costs. If it goes on your record with Secretary of State, they're going to assess 2 points. The prosecutor on the file has made an offer. If you plead guilty to the added charge of no valid operator's license on person, then both the speeding and the original misdemeanor would be dismissed. No valid operator's license on person is still a misdemeanor, up to 90 days in jail, up to $500 fine plus court costs, but there are no points. The Secretary of State might resuspend you or add time to your suspension, but there are no points. Do you understand the offer made by the prosecution?
Yeah, I do.
And do you have enough information to make a decision?
Sort of, kind of. I do understand when I looked at like the court files that there was an attorney that was appointed to me on record. That I never was
Yeah, I
able.
don't see that.
You say you don't see that?
No, if you want to talk to a court-appointed attorney, we can make that happen.
Yeah, I mean, my whole thing about this, I really don't want to linger this out. But I do want to mention this about, am I allowed to talk about the case in this court hearing, Your Honor?
Sure, that's what it's all about.
Okay, cool. So basically, well, there's 1 or 2 things that I wanted to discuss. Is that at the time of when the officer had pulled me over, I didn't even know. I had no knowledge of my license even being suspended, being that with Livonia's court, I was on a payment plan for that ticket that they put a suspension out for. Now, mind you, when I had came back to Michigan, I had flew out to Dallas when the airport PD had pulled me over. As soon as I came back to Michigan, I took care of that, and Livonia reinstated my license before the court date that we're having today, and to the prior ones before that, before the rescheduling. So my license was in good standing. It was reinstated, but I didn't know that Livonia had suspended my license because I had missed a payment. So they put a suspension out because I missed a payment.
Right.
And so I took care of that. I've taken care of everything with every court, whether that be speeding tickets, whatever the case may be, and paid everything off. And my license is in good standing today. And I have a copy from the state of Michigan that shows my license not being under any type of suspension.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Ron,
So, I mean, I
I
don't
don't want to cut Mr. Brandon off, but in light of that, the people would amend the charge if Your Honor has no objection to an allowing an unlicensed person to drive. Not only, so Mr. Brandon's aware, not only would that be a 0-point offense, but it would be non-abstractable.
Right. So that would, Mr. Brandon, that would stop any resuspension.
Okay.
The no valid operator's license on person goes on your record and shows the Secretary of State that when you weren't supposed to be driving on February 11, you were driving, which means they're likely to resuspend you. This charge that Mr. Zick just offered you now, that would not be a risk.
Okay, but
still a misdemeanor, still going to be fined costs, but it's not going to affect your driving privileges.
Right, but the thing is, I don't want a misdemeanor. I don't even know how to say this. I don't want a misdemeanor record on my record.
Okay.
Really, where I'm at, and I mean, I don't even really know how to test it. I really don't want to have a charge on my record for.
Well, at this point, the prosecutor made their offer. Your options are you can accept the offer, or we can set a trial on the original charges.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to tell you right now, you don't want to do that because then you're gambling all that bad license stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an option, but it's really not a very good option.
Yeah.
Unless you've got some kind of defense to the charge that I don't know
about. Man, what is my defense on this charge? Well, I would like to say one thing is that when the officer had pulled me over, at that time of finding out, I mean, even though I know in their jurisdiction they have, I mean, kind of like a say so whether or not, I guess if they arrest me or however they go about pinpointing me for the charge, which I was given a warning or however you want to call it. I was given a warning or something like that. But due to the fact of the nature is that I wouldn't know if Livonia put a suspension on my license or not unless I was notified by mail or something like that, which never happened. And again, I took care of everything. I didn't have anything like serious. And it wasn't like a negligence thing for me to know about my license being suspended, me not taking care of the objectives. And the court can see that I took care of my responsibilities as soon as I came back to Michigan, which I was only gone for a day and like a day and a half in Dallas. So I didn't even know. I had no whereabouts about any of this suspension. And
let me stop you just for a minute. I can pretty much guarantee if we had Secretary of State on Zoom right now, they would say that they mailed you a notice about the suspension, probably because you were out of state. You probably didn't get the notice they mailed.
Yeah, I never got the notice.
Your Honor, I can just tell you the breakout room. I think we could resolve this in about a minute or two if I spoke with them in a breakout room.
But sure, we'll give you a breakout. Mr. Brandon, the prosecutor's asked to talk to you privately in a breakout, so we'll do that.
All right.
Okay. Good luck.
Yep.
Yes. Your Honor, I'm ready on Lewis whenever you are.
All righty.
Okay.
Miss Lewis, you still with us?
Yes, I can't see, but I can hear perfectly fine.
That's fine.
Okay.
Alter on behalf of Ms. Lewis. I had an opportunity to speak with Mr. Zick. It's my understanding that he's willing to offer her double parking with a $200 fine. I did speak to Miss Lewis. She wishes to take advantage of that offer. As for her employment situation, she was in the service industry, so she has not been working due to COVID. She would be willing to make a $50 a month payment starting on February 8th.
Ms. Lewis, that all correct?
Indeed.
All right. And I'm sorry, that will start February 8th?
Yes, Your Honor, we would allow her to start on that date.
Okay, the underlying misdemeanor is dismissed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And I think, let's confirm, Ms. Lewis, West North Street in Kalamazoo, a good address?
Certainly, yes.
How about a phone number for you, ma'am?
269-389-9439. That's primary. And then I'm going to give you a secondary.
Sure.
269-873-1138.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
And the address I've got for you, oh, that's double parking. We don't care. Okay. Any questions?
No, sir. No, sir.
Good luck.
Thank you all. Okay.
Paula, what do we got?
I'm going to, I got to figure out this guy here. He's been here a while. He's paying attention.
Okay.
That's the problem. Mr. Reynolds,
Good luck.
Thank you all.
Yes.
what's the first name, please?
Winston.
Winston. Okay.
Yeah.
He was a 1020, Judge.
Yeah, I got his file.
Okay.
Mr. Reynolds, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
I've got a file from September 24, 2020. The charge is possession of a firearm in a prohibited area at the airport.
Yes.
That charge carries a possible penalty of up to 93 days in jail, up to $500 fines plus court costs. Do you understand that?
Yes.
And generally speaking, do you understand your rights?
Yes.
And are you prepared to go forward today without the benefit of an attorney?
Yes.
The prosecutor has made an offer on this file. If you plead guilty to the charge, the prosecutor has asked me to take it under a delayed sentence for 4 months, which means I'm going to assess court costs and tell you to stay out of trouble, no new criminal charges. If you can get through the 4-month period, get your money paid, don't get into more trouble, then at that point, this charge would be dismissed, so it would not stay on your record as part of a permanent criminal conviction history. Do you understand the offer that's being made by the prosecution?
Yes. So what you're saying is, if I pay the fine, it's pretty much gonna be now on my record.
Well, it'll be there for 4 months, and at the end of 4 months, it would be dismissed. So law enforcement would always be able to see that you were arrested, that there was a plea. People in law enforcement will pretty much know that it was a delayed sentence deal.
Okay.
But if you go to a job interview 3 years from now and somebody says any convictions on your record, you could say no, at least as to this one.
Oh, okay.
Because
All
it
right.
won't be a conviction. If this is successful, this will not be a conviction on your record after the 4 months.
All right. No problem.
Are you prepared to make a decision, sir?
Yes, I'll take the deal.
All right. On the date of September 24, 2020, did you find yourself at the airport in a prohibited area?
Yes.
And did you have something there that you should not have had?
Yes, it was not to my knowledge.
What'd you have?
It was a small knife.
All right. And you know, as part of this plea agreement with the prosecutor, you're saying bye-bye to the knife.
Oh, easily. Threw it away right then and there.
Okay. All right. I'll accept your plea, sir. Got you on Lexington Parkway. Is that a good address?
Yes.
And how about a phone number for you?
313-978-4013.
And that address on Lexington, that you plan on being there for at least 4 months?
Yes.
Is there anything else you want me to consider before I set the terms of your sentence?
You said there was a fine to be paid?
Correct, court costs.
How do you have an idea how much that would be?
I do. It's going to be somewhere between $400 and $600, depending on our conversation today.
Okay, no problem.
Anything else you want to tell me to consider?
Other than I literally had no idea it was in my book bag. The whole time I was there, I thought they was trying to eyeball my juice, actually.
All right, anything else, sir?
Nope.
All right. Mr. Reynolds, delayed sentence, 4 months, as I said, stay out of trouble, no new charges. Court costs are assessed in the amount of $400. I can give you a due date if you can pay it within 30 days or so, or I'll just set you up with a monthly payment plan. You tell me what you can afford to pay.
I can do the monthly payment.
How much per month?
At least 100. I'll definitely try to make more than 100 every month, but
That's
at least
fine.
100.
And when can you start?
My next check is within the next 2 weeks, so then.
So if I give you 14 days to get that first payment started?
Yes.
Okay, any questions?
Nope.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you. Have a good day.
You as well, sir. All right, back on with Mr. Brandon.
Yeah.
Your Honor, we were able to reach a resolution. The original charges were driving a license suspended and speeding 1 to 5 over. The people are going to amend the charges to 2 civil infractions, 1 count of double parking and 1 count of impeding traffic.
All right, any objections if we did just do the impeding traffic, so it's just one less file to process?
Not at all. Whatever. No, Your Honor, no objection at all.
All right, Mr. Brandon, I'm assuming
Yeah.
you're gonna take that offer?
Yep. Your Honor, I have a question about something else too as well that I thought was supposed to be in today's file for an unlicensed vehicle ticket.
Yeah,
tried to
that's actually a Van Buren Township file.
Oh,
and
okay.
It looks like that was set for a review date. It looks like it's just a money thing.
Yeah, I was trying to pay it online, and then it said it had already been processed, and then it was.
Here's what happened. There's the way our online system works. There's a fail safe that they got in place that I personally think causes more trouble than it's worth. When you're trying to pay a ticket, if there's something else in our system that's similar, somebody that's got a name that's close to yours, or a ticket number that's real close to the one you're trying to pay, it flags it with a number that or a message that basically says, "Are you sure this is what you want to pay?" And it looks like you're paying twice.
Yeah.
So it confuses a lot of people, and then they back out. And all the system's trying to do is make sure you cross your T's and dot your I's to make sure you're paying the right ticket.
Right.
So, and trust me, I work the phones occasionally, and I get a lot of people that call in and say, "I'm trying to pay, but it's telling me it's already been paid." No, it's not. It's just telling you that there's somebody else with a name like yours.
Yeah.
But we can take care of that today, all with one payment plan.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna just pay it all off today.
Okay, but if you do that, you're doing it online. It's going to cost you extra money.
Okay. So what's the better way? What's the other ways to pay? Is it a money order or?
Yeah, I can set you up with just a due date. Well, let me get you sentenced on the deal today, and then we'll talk about the total and how you can pay it. So
All
you're
right.
pleading to an impeding traffic. I'm going to dismiss the speeding ticket and the misdemeanor drove while license suspended, revoked, or denied.
Okay.
All right. On this file, the fines will cost $400.
Okay.
On the other one, I got to flip. The Van Buren file was $230, so the total is $630.
Okay.
Now, if I give you a time, you can mail us a payment. You can come to the court and drop it in our Dropbox 24/7. If you're here
Okay.
Monday through Friday between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m., you can hand it to our security guys at the front door. They'll process your payment and give you a receipt.
Okay. Let me
So if I give you till next Friday to do one of those, does that give you time?
Yeah, I'll be flying into Michigan. I don't live in the state of Michigan anymore, but I'll be flying into Michigan Tuesday. So I'll drop that off then.
All right. So next Friday gives you plenty of time.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. And we're still showing your address in Ann Arbor. So let me have a new address for you.
All right. It's going to be 100 Jackson Avenue, apartment C, as in cat, 211, Des Moines, Iowa, 50315.
I'm sorry, zip?
50315.
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay, any questions?
Yeah. Processing the payment. I have to. What do I have to put on the check, or what do I have to put on the money order? Like, do I have to put like
Are you
the?
gonna drop it in your Dropbox, or how you gonna do it?
I can either drop it in Dropbox or give it to the security guard, whichever works.
All right, well, if you do security, all you gotta do is give me your name.
Okay.
I'll give you a couple case numbers just in case you want to drop it in the box.
Okay. What is it?
Case number 20 WM, like William Mary,
Okay.
00695 A like Apple. That's case number 1. And then the second case, the Van Buren case, is 20VB for Van Buren.
Okay.
01361.
61. Okay. Okay.
All right.
All righty. And then so basically just come through the operating hours and then just tell the security guard my name, and then they'll what do they do? They'll take my credit card, or what do they do?
Correct.
Like,
They'll walk, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. They'll take your credit card, walk it up the hallway, let the cashier run it, bring your receipt.
okay, cool. All right, that works perfect.
All right.
Cool. Yep.
Thank you.
Yep.
Travel safely.
Yeah, you too.
Shanti's trailer, Judge. She's got a.
Good morning, Ms. Taylor.
Good morning.
It's trailer, TRAY.
All right, let's see if I find a file here.
Sorry if it's loud. I'm at work.
You're all right. Work is a good thing. All right, Ms. Traylor, I've got a file from October 1. You were charged with a registration of plate misdemeanor, punishable by up to 90 days in jail, up to $500 fines plus court costs. The prosecutor on the file has made an offer. If you plead responsible to a parking ticket, double parking, you agree to pay fines and costs of $200, the misdemeanor would be dismissed. Do you understand the offer that's been made?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? It was an audio in the back. I couldn't hear you.
Okay, all of it?
Just the deal.
Okay, the offer from the prosecutor is that you plead responsible to double parking, a civil infraction. Fines and costs would be $200. If you agree to that deal, then the misdemeanor would be dismissed.
Okay. I can pay that.
You want to do that?
I can pay that.
All right, I can give you a due date for the $200, or I can give you a payment plan.
A payment plan would be fine.
How much?
Just because I have to get back. I could pay up $50 a week.
You want to make weekly payments or just make one monthly payment?
I can make one monthly payment. That's fine.
All right, so let's do $100 a month. You can always pay more.
Yes.
And when can you make your first one?
My first one, let me check my calendar. The first one I can make on the 22nd of this month.
Okay. And address for you on Princeton is a good one?
Yes.
And I also want to put a phone number on the file if you've got one for us.
248-619-6303.
6303.
Yes.
All right. Any questions?
No questions. So I can just drop that off in the Dropbox, correct?
24/7. Yep.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Have a good day.
You too. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm going to bring in Paul Peralta, Peralta. Good morning, Mr. Peralta.
Mr. Peralta, I've got a file from September 22nd, 2020. The charge is registration or plate violation. Up to 90 days in jail is a possible penalty, up to $500 fines plus court costs. The prosecutor has made an offer on the file. If you plead responsible to the added charge of double parking and agree to pay fines and costs of $200, the prosecutor has asked me to dismiss the misdemeanor charge that was issued to you. Do you understand the offer, sir?
Yes.
Got enough information to make a decision on that offer?
Yes, Your Honor.
You want to take that deal?
Yes.
I'll accept your plea and dismiss the misdemeanor. You want a due date for the $200 or a payment plan?
I can do. What the due date would usually be about 30 days or so.
Yeah.
A due date is fine.
All right. Pay it within 30.
Okay.
And I got your address on Cranbrook,
Yes.
and I've got a phone number 719-9222.
Yes, Your Honor.
Payment options, you can pay online. It'll cost you extra money for a third-party vendor. You can mail us payment. You can make a payment into our Dropbox, or you can actually do it face-to-face between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Excellent.
All right. Have a good day, sir.
You too. Thank you, Your Honor.
Paula?
We're going to try Elena Willis one more time. Elena Willis?
Yes.
Okay, we got you this time. Hang on, Judge will be right with you. She's at 10:10, Judge.
Yep. Miss Willis, I've got a file from October 17, 2020, a weapons charge at the airport. Possible penalty is $500, up to $500 fines plus court costs, and up to 93 days in jail. Do you understand that?
Yes.
The prosecutor has made an offer on your file. If you plead guilty to this charge, the prosecutor is recommending a delayed sentence for 4 months, which means I assess court costs and tell you to stay out of trouble, no new criminal charges. At the end of 4 months, if you've complied with all that, then this charge would be dismissed, so it would not stay on your record as a permanent criminal conviction. Do you understand the offer?
Yes.
Do you have enough information to make a decision on that offer?
Yes.
And what's that decision, ma'am?
I will plead guilty.
So on October 17, 2020, were you at the airport?
Yes.
And did you find yourself at a prohibited area with a weapon that you should not have had?
Yes.
What did you have?
I had a taser.
All right. And I've got your address on Wolf Street. Is that a good address?
Yes.
Going to be a good address for another 4 months or so?
Yes.
And a phone number 738-8543?
586 area code?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything you want me to consider before I determine what your cost should be?
Can you explain? I know you said that it wouldn't go on my permanent record, but it would be on my permanent record for the 4 months until then?
Yeah, basically it's kind of in limbo.
Okay.
So, for example, if you go to get a job at the FBI or some law enforcement, they're always going to know what's going on with this because they get access to different information.
Okay.
But for example, for the next 4 months, it's kind of out there in limbo.
Okay.
After the 4 months, assuming you do everything you're supposed to correctly, then if you go for a job interview and they say, do you have any convictions on your record? This one you can say no.
Okay. Okay. I understand.
It won't be, 6 months from now, there won't be a conviction on your record from this charge.
Okay.
Okay. Now, if they ever ask you, have you ever been arrested? Well,
okay.
This is a misdemeanor you had to deal with.
Okay.
You follow me?
Yes.
All right. How do you want to go forward?
Yeah, I will plead guilty.
Okay. Your court costs on this file are $400. I can give you a due date if you can pay it within 30 days or so, or we can set you up with a monthly payment plan.
I will take the monthly payment plan.
How much can you pay per month?
$100 a month.
And when can you start?
The 29th of this month.
Great. All right. So your payment options, you can mail us payment. Our address is on the notices you received. You can go online and pay, but if you do that, it costs you extra money for the third-party vendor.
Okay.
You can drop money in our Dropbox 24/7, and we can do a face-to-face transaction Monday through Friday between 9 a.m. and 2 p.m.
Okay.
Any questions?
No.
Have a good day.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm going to try Jarrett McCormick one more time, Judge. Okay. I'm going to kick him out so he comes back in and realizes. Pierre West. Scheduled at 10:40.
You got him?
He should be coming in. It says joining. It's just taking him a few minutes, I guess. There we go. Mr. West,
Yes.
good morning. Hang on just a second. Judge will be right with you.
Mr. West, a file from July 22nd, 2020. The charge is drove while license not valid or improper license. Mr. Zick, you might want to take a look at this one because looking at the plea agreement, it looks like Mr. Mena thought it was a DWLS.
Which case is this one, Your Honor?
Last name West, first name Pierre. Charge is drove while license not valid or improper license. It looks like Mr. West currently has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 suspensions as of December 8th. So if he took care of any of them since the first part of December, this is my record is not updated.
Yeah, because a lot of those got taken care of. Like Detroit, for some odd reason, I took care of Detroit. I had one. I just took care of Canton, and I made an appointment with Westland.
Good. Yeah,
Honor,
Detroit one. Did you got the Detroit ones taken care of since December 8th, Mr. West?
Yes. When I was on probation, I had to get all warrants taken care of.
Okay.
I had Detroit
I'm not looking at warrants. I'm looking at suspensions on your driving privileges.
Yes, I'm getting all those taken care of now. Like I said, I just took care of Canton, made an appointment, and I just made an appointment with Westland, and now I'm trying to take care of this one.
Yeah, Detroit was 9 of the suspensions.
Yeah, and they should have been off my record, but that's why they tell me to keep up my paperwork.
Judge, do you want me to call out and have him run a new record for you?
No, I don't think so unless Matt needs it.
No.
Okay, thank you.
Your Honor, the people's offer would
hold on
be
just a minute.
a plea is charged.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Matt.
I apologize. Your Honor, the people's offer is a plea as charged until he is properly licensed.
Okay. All right. You willing to give him some time if he's working on everything?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. West, is your plan to get everything cleared up so you can get your license back?
Yes.
Do you have any idea what your time frame is?
I'm working as I go, so all that I can do is make an appointment and go off their dates.
All right, so let's do this. Paula, when's our next date with Mr. Zick and Mr. Mena?
Oh, let me see here. I show we can, I'm not sure I'm unmuted.
You are.
On the 4th is Judge Green. You want specifically us?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm looking, Judge, hang on. April 1st.
Much chance you're going to get it done much sooner than April, Mr. West?
I work at it, yes.
All right, let's give you the April date. April 1st, Paula?
Yes, sir.
All right, Mr. West, your address on Patton Street is a good one?
On what street?
Patton Street.
Yes.
That's a good address.
Yes.
Phone number 991-4306.
Yes.
Okay. We'll send you notice. Good luck.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Paula, Christine's sending me a text. She's got Mr. Mohammed on the phone. I can't do anything with that. So if you can reach out to Christine.
I keep bringing him in and he won't acknowledge the audio.
Again, feel free to give my cell phone number and have him call me.
Can you give me that, honey?
734-672-0866.
Okay. I'll try to bring him in right now. And we'll see if he's paying attention now. I brought him in like 3 or 4 times, Judge.
Yeah, I know, Paul. I know that. I'm right here.
And he's not.
Paula, if you want to leave him in for a second, let me try to send him a message and see if he can see that and then connect.
Okay.
Because I know when you kick them out, they can't connect their audio until they're brought back in. Mr. Mohammed, are you there?
I'm here.
It looks like he just connected.
No,
Mr. Mohammed, I've got a file here from the airport dated September 21, 2020. The charge of disorderly person, which is a misdemeanor punishable by up to $500 fines plus court costs and up to 93 days in jail. The prosecutor on the file has made an offer. If you plead responsible to double parking, fines and costs would be $200 and the misdemeanor charge would be dismissed. Do you understand the offer that's been made?
Yes, sir.
Do you have enough information to make a decision on that offer?
Yes, Your Honor.
What would you like to do?
I would like to, the second option you said, to pay and get it.
Plead to the double parking?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, fines and costs are $200. I can give you a due date or I can set you up with a payment plan, whatever works best for you.
Okay, I can actually take care of it as soon as possible, Your Honor.
All right, I'll give you until the 15th of January.
15th of January.
Correct. I've got your address on Knob Hill in Columbus.
Yes. 446 Knob Hill East.
Yep. And a phone number for you, please.
It is 614-596-9699.
All right. Do you have any questions?
No, Your Honor.
All right. You're all set. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, we've got two left. This one here, I need to find out who it is. Good morning. He's not connected.
Who's the other one you've got?
It says Ali Sophia, but that's not the same name that's on the docket. And they're not connected.
Did Mr. Hughes go away and Mr. McCormick?
Yes. Neither one of these two are connecting. I'm going to try and send a chat to them.
I sent them both.
Oh,
chat.
we've got Mr. Ali Sophia. Is that your last name or is it Sofian? Oh, he's not connected, just as usual.
Paula, can you, when you get a chance, run that name Nina Kalasho? Because nobody gave me a file for that person and it's still on the docket. I just wonder if somehow it got adjourned or something. That's why I didn't get the file.
Yeah, I don't think I adjourned it, but I'll try.
Paula, it looks like the R2 LTE is connected now.
Good morning, sir. Can you tell me your name, please?
Octavia Hughes.
Okay. You were calling in earlier.
I've got a file with your name on it from August 10, 2020, assault and battery at the airport. This is a misdemeanor. It's punishable by up to $500 fine plus court costs and up to 93 days in jail. Do you understand that?
Yes, and it was the question on the battery part, because I thought there's a difference in assault and battery.
Well, the charge they write it under, it could be an assault or it could be a battery. An assault is when you threaten someone and have the ability to come through with that threat. A battery actually takes a touching, an unlawful or unwanted touching.
Ah, okay. Thank you.
So the prosecutor's made an offer on the file. If you plead guilty, the prosecutor's asking me to consider a delayed sentence, which means I would assess court costs and tell you to stay out of trouble with no new criminal charges for 3 months. If you successfully complete the 3-month period, at that point, this charge would be dismissed, so it would not stay on your record as a conviction. Do you understand the offer made by the prosecutor?
Okay, so I have to accept that, I put my hands on the person.
You don't have to.
No,
I want to stop you. You don't have to do anything today, except you're going to have to make a decision. But one of your options is to accept the plea from the prosecutor. One of your other options is I can set this case for trial. If you decide you want to hire an attorney, I could give you another court date so you can hire an attorney or get some advice. So you've got a number of options. You don't have to do anything today.
Oh, okay. Okay. So can you go over the prosecutor's,
do you understand that offer?
again, repeat what the prosecutor's offer was? I understood everything else you told me, yeah.
You plead guilty to the charge, it would be under a delayed sentence. You would have to stay out of trouble. In other words, no new criminal charges for 3 months. You'd have to pay the court costs I assessed. If you successfully completed those 2 tasks, then at the end of the 3 months, the case would be dismissed, so it would not stay on your record as a conviction.
Okay. Okay. Well, I could do that. I guess the court cost wouldn't be over the $500.
Generally not.
All right, then I'll accept that.
All right. So you understand the possible penalty for the charge. You understand your rights, correct?
Yes.
And understanding all of that, you're going to plead guilty today, and you're doing so freely and voluntarily. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. So tell me what happened on August 10 at the airport that makes you think you're guilty of this charge.
Well, my coworker is one of those people that's a problem worker, and she said something to me about well, anyway, it was a condescending manner, as if she was in charge, and she's only been there less than 2 years. I've been there 14 years. I've been avoiding her, and I don't talk to her, whatever. But I just snapped, and I grabbed her, and I didn't say anything. And then I caught myself, and I just went back to work. I tried to go back to work, but she wanted to talk about it and go over it, and I knew that wasn't going to go anywhere. So I'm like, let's just finish this. And then she stormed off and complained.
Okay. All right. So it's safe for me to assume that when you grabbed her, that was without her permission.
That's correct.
Okay, I can accept your plea, Mr. Hughes. So where do you work, sir?
I used to work at TSA at the North Terminal.
Okay. And I've got your address on Lawrence Street in Detroit. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay. And do you have a phone number I can put on your file?
Yes, that would be 313-869-7415.
Okay. And sir, do you have anything else on your criminal history? Have you ever been arrested or charged with any kind of assaultive crime?
Never. That was the first. And that situation, they told me, because it wasn't discussed, they discussed it and had me arrested. And the next day I was offered, I could challenge it or just retire. So I retired.
Okay. All right. Well, I hope you enjoy retirement. All right, so I'm going to go
Thank
along
you.
with the prosecutor. I'll delay sentence for 3 months. Court costs to assess the amount of $400. I can give you a due date if you can pay that within 30 days or so, or I'll set you up with a monthly payment plan.
Okay, $400.
Yes, sir.
Huh. All right, I could do that.
You want to do it with a due date or a payment plan?
Oh, I could do that today.
All right. If you do it online, it's going to cost you probably another 50 or 60 bucks because of the third-party vendor we use.
Oh,
So if you want me to, I'll give you a little extra time so you can actually put it in the mail or actually drive it out and put it in our Dropbox or do a face-to-face transaction at our front door.
okay. So yeah, if you put it in the mail, then I can, I guess I can write a check and drop that in off at the court.
All right. I'm going to give you until the 29th to get it to us.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
Have a nice day.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
What is it?
The next person is Ali Sofyan.
Yeah, I don't have a file with that name on it.
He's scheduled on 10:30 at 10:30. Sofyan.
Oh, there we go. Yep.
Did you hear me, Your Honor?
I did not hear you.
I said, could you hear me?
Now I can. Yep. Looking for your file.
Yeah,
Judge,
earlier she added me. I wasn't able to turn on the mic from my computer. I don't know why, so I had to do it on my phone.
All right. How do you pronounce your last name?
Sufyan?
All right, Mr. Sofyan, I've got a file here from August 13, 2020. The charge is a misdemeanor registration or plate violation, which is punishable by up to 93 days, or excuse me, up to 90 days in jail, up to $500 fines plus court costs. Do you understand that charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. The prosecutor has made an offer on this file. If you plead responsible to the added charge of double parking and agree to pay fines or costs of $200, the misdemeanor charge would be dismissed. Do you understand that offer?
Yes, Your Honor. I actually had insurance on my vehicle at the time. I don't know why it wasn't popping up, but I have my insurance paper right here.
This is not an insurance charge, sir. It's a registration or plate violation.
Yeah, well, the plate violation is because my plate was expired, and I informed the officer and I told him that because of the coronavirus, I wasn't able to register my car due to the fact that the Secretary of State, there was no appointments.
Okay.
Like, even I just moved into a new house and I gotta wait. I have to make an appointment 3 months from now to be able to change my address to here. So that's why I wasn't able to register my car. But I eventually got my car registered. I actually registered it. Actually got an appointment because I never knew that I was able to wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning and make an appointment. So I actually registered it the next day.
Okay.
And I have my registration and insurance and everything right in front of me. But I did get it registered.
Okay. So, Mr. Zick, I don't know if you're listening or not. Mr. Zick's the prosecutor, sir.
Okay.
Mr. Zick, I don't know if that information changes anything on the offer. The ticket actually says it was not a valid plate, enforcement, fraudulent application, or insurance.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Exactly what that means.
That's what I was saying about the insurance. I have my insurance paper right here. The effective date is 7/16/2020 and the expiration date is 1/16/2021. I have it right in front of me.
Yeah, I think what happened, Your Honor, was the officers ran the plate and it came back on the no insurance list. But if Mr. Saffron is showing that he has valid insurance, people had moved to dismiss the charge at this time.
All right. Mr. Saffron, dismiss case.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. And you're all set, sir.
All right. Thank you again.
Matt, other than a whole bunch of no-shows, I think that's it.
Very good, Your Honor. Have a great day and continue to have a happy new year.
Judge, on Kalasha, evidently it was adjourned. An attorney filed an appearance on it and asked for an adjournment.
Okay.
Heather said on you got two dockets there. The weird one that was printed out
Yeah.
I guess it was marked out on that one. The one
Okay.
that they printed for me and I set up for you, it
Right.
was not.
Okay. Thank
Paula,
you.
am I good to go?
You're set, darling.
Okay, have a great day, guys.
Have a good
You
day, Leanna and Matt. Be careful.
Thanks, Leanna.
Thanks. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good day.
Thank you. Okay. You're all set, Judge?
Yep, thank you.